Welcome back, everyone, to the Two Pointers podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Trevor.
And we're back for Trivia Showdown week number 2. Last week, if everybody watched, we had Nick Levere and Grayson Hill on, and Nick absolutely blew our quiz out of the water and scored 12 points, which Trevor wasn't the most happy about, if we're being honest. And I think that we've got some really knowledgeable college basketball guys that are probably going to blow this out of the water again, so we'll see how they do. They're not liking their faces are not reflecting it. But how are you doing, Trevor, before we get into meeting our guests?
Nick thought the same thing, and he scored 12. So
yeah,
he was like, man, I'm just worried. Y'all are, like, making this. And I'm like, it's fine. I promise. You might do better than you thought. Like, really quick, for those that listened last week, I really thought – actually, let me ask these guys on the spot really fast. There's one player – this is the one I was shocked he got, honestly. There's one player in NBA history who has 3 sons that played in the league. Do you know who that is? One player all time that had 3 sons at least who played in the league.
It's only because I watched it.
Go ahead, really quick. Before we even introduce you to this guy.
You watched it?
Oh, you did? Oh, see, that's not fair. All right,
yeah.
Anybody who didn't watch it, I'm fine if you don't. I'm not mad if you didn't watch it. Karl, go ahead.
My initial guess would be the Holiday brothers' dad,
okay.
But
that's what I said.
All right, Ryan.
And I was wrong.
Ryan watched it. I could tell by that look.
No,
did you?
I
Okay.
I actually didn't.
Okay.
You said that, and I was like, why do I not know? I literally have no idea.
It's Rick Barry, and Brent, Scott, and Drew. And Nick got that, and I'm not saying he couldn't have gotten that, but like, really? Like the Barry family? I was a little floored by that, I'll be honest. So, all right, I got off track really fast. Josh, to answer your question, I'm doing very good. Like I said, this has been a nice couple of weeks to do this. Looking forward to this one and futures for the next couple of weeks. Before all of a sudden, guys, we're all going to wake up and college basketball is around the corner in a few weeks, and Josh and I have at least a 3-week NBA preview, so I don't know how this next couple of weeks is going to look after Trivia Showdown. We're going to have a fun time.
I mean, literally, we're only like 2 months out from all of these teams doing their Midnight Madness,
which is
preseason stuff. So it's really not that far.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
Really quick, I'll go ahead and introduce, and I'll just go from my left on my screen to right. But really quick, we have Ryan back, of course, and then we also have, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see who it is. We have Alex and Karl from Jimmer Range. I thought through possibilities, and we were like, hey, we didn't have a ton of college basketball creators on. Wanted to see somebody that I feel like would give Ryan a good challenge, and these two had each other on each other's show the last couple of weeks. So I thought that was a perfect marriage. Alex and Karl, how are y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I didn't know who you wanted to go first.
Sorry, left to right. Alex, go right ahead. Introduce yourself and then what you guys do, and then Karl, same thing, and we'll go from there.
Well, my name's Alex Cervantes. I co-host Jimmer Range Pod with Karl Heiser, and I do most of Karl manages all the TikTok, so I'm not going to take like an ounce of credit for that. That's all him. So all the almost 10,000 followers, that's all him. But coming up with stuff before the podcast that we can talk about, and then some of the writing content we do, I do a lot of that, and then we're trying to improve the socials. So like Twitter, we're gonna get that back. But I'm a rising junior at Northwestern, and I'm originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. So
yeah, I noticed that in the tag. We're we for those that are not new here for our show know where we're from. We're from the Triangle area of North Carolina, so it's really cool. I saw the Charlotte connection. I thought that was neat. Josh is a Hornets, Panthers, FC, whatever all those teams in Charlotte are.
Charlotte FC, all of them. Yeah.
I forgot the name of the team. I don't watch soccer. I'll just be up front. All right, cool. Karl, really quick, introduce yourself.
All right, what's up? I'm Karl Heiser, the other half of Jimmer Range. I do a lot of our TikTok stuff, which has been super fun, as well as some written content. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what we're doing with the Twitter. Last year, it was sort of like repost highlights and do daily picks. The daily picks were fun, but that's kind of the extent of my responsibilities.
All right, and for those that aren't new here or those that are, everything for all these guys will be linked in the description of YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. We'll tweet it out. Everything will be below. Ryan, welcome back. How are you? Back fresh from Summer League, who's probably not slept much. Apparently the sports card convention in Atlantic City. Anything? I mean, it sounds like you've had plenty to do. I mean, anything you want to let us know about?
I don't know about all you guys probably feel the same way. I'm so excited for the off season, for actually not have basketball, and then I realized there's all these off season events. There's these things to worry about, planning for the next season.
Bingo.
There's pro-ams that I'm fully invested in, all these things, and I'm I'm sitting there the transfer portal didn't help us college guys, and
nope.
I'm sitting here and I've been exhausted all the time, but I've been around and I planned vacations not accordingly, not smartly, because I was going from one thing to vacation to another. And I was like, oh God. But here I am. I'm alive.
All right. For those that aren't new here, or those that are, Ryan, we've had on before. He was able to do was it free agency show? I've already forgotten what happened.
The draft
show. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, all those started like that whole month, like you said. Just as soon as the finals tipped or ended, I was like, what's happening? So, everything's a blur at this point. Thank you for reminding me. All right, awesome. Like I said, everything will be linked below. Thank you, guys. We'll go ahead and get started here really quick. Josh, run through for those that haven't watched episode 1, some of the format, what we can do, and then you're off with the first question.
Awesome. So the way the game will work, we have 10 questions in the normal round today, all about college basketball and college basketball history. That our 3 guests will answer. They'll be writing their answers down onto whiteboard, sheet of paper, or whatever, and they'll hold it up. Each of those questions is worth 1 point. We'll be going through those. And then at the end, we have a bonus round. We have an open-ended question where they'll have 60 seconds to get as many correct answers as possible. And each correct answer in the bonus round is also worth 1 point. So there's a way for you to catch up at the end if you're trailing at any point throughout the game. And so we'll get through, and it should be fun. Trevor and I will alternate asking the questions. I think what we'll do is we will kind of take turns with who goes first giving answers. So I'm just going to go based on how I have it on my screen with the first question. I'll call for Alex, give an answer, then Karl, then Ryan, and we'll kind of cycle through.
Nice.
We'll go to the first question. I think the first question is a good place to start, a good place to warm up. This is not multiple choice. It's just a free answer. The question is, which NCAA school has the record for most total weeks ranked number 1 in the men's basketball AP poll? So this is not
time?
Weeks in a row. It is, all-time total weeks. So not in a row, but total weeks ranked number 1 in the men's basketball AP poll.
So while Josh...
Can I ask a hinted question?
Actually,
never
question
mind.
1. This
No,
is
no,
good.
I'll see whether or not
No, we're good. We're
Please
good.
do. No,
I'm
Ryan,
good.
Please do.
I'm glad to give clarifying
I'll say
information.
how many. Can I ask what year they started the AP poll? Is that fair or no?
I think
I
that's
think
a
it
fair
was-
question.
It
I'll look
is. I
that
think it
up.
was
I
like
have no idea when
the
they
60s.
started.
I'm pretty sure it was way
I
back,
don't
but Josh,
have
double
it.
check for me.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm pretty
have
sure it
it
was in the 60s.
If it's
50s,
that early, that's all I
Yeah.
need to know. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. I just didn't know if it was like 80s, 90s versus. It sounds like it's much earlier, which is what I assumed. Just making sure.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure the AP's been around a long time, and they've covered college basketball for a long time, as well
All right.
as plenty of other subjects. But double check for me, Josh. I'm pretty sure it's 50. My guess would be 50s and 60s, but I would be floored.
1948.
There you go.
Oh,
See?
That's the first season.
All right.
I saw the light bulbs. By the way, this was my first. You kind of helped me with my first plug of the day. My first plug of the day is if you're listening to this on Apple and Spotify, hit download, hit follow, and then leave and go to YouTube and watch this on YouTube because I think this is a lot more entertaining watching their reactions to these questions, these answers, as well as just immediately they're like already like I feel like this question's not that hard, and already people are like, "What? What are we doing?" So yeah, please come watch this on YouTube if you haven't.
I'm just
already.
worried I have no clutch gene, and I'm gonna choke on all of these questions.
I'm gonna overthink this.
Question
I'm already
one.
overthinking.
We're in the first quarter. Yeah, this is good, guys. Great for the camaraderie of the show. We appreciate
You
it.
guys are Jim Range. You got to be clutch. This is from
That is
just throwing it
true.
from way
I'm
down.
already overthinking.
Funny. Did they get eliminated from TBT, by the way? TMT?
They
Yeah,
did. They lost to the
Ah.
Dayton alumni. Are you
Yeah, I
kidding
haven't
me?
looked at
Oh man.
it's okay. The Reds
Wait,
lost.
Dayton that like they got to host it like in their gym in Dayton.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem fair.
Like
Like
the
they
blue
do
crew?
everything.
Yeah.
Dayton
Yeah.
just
It was
lost to
everything,
Buffalo,
I swear.
though. Dayton lost to Buffalo.
oh wow.
There you go.
All right.
The TBT is a just nightmare sometimes. People match up, so you're like, I just don't understand what's happening anymore.
We spent 2 weeks covering the TBT to help fill in this offseason. That was fun.
All right, if you feel confident for the sake of time,
Guys,
if you do have an answer, you can
If
put
you
a
have it
thumb
written
up.
down,
You can put
All
a
right.
thumb up if you're ready. Sounds like
I
everybody's
think
ready.
they all have it written down. So Alex, go ahead and give us what your answer is first.
I think I overthought it. My bad for the massive whiteboard I found in my garage, but I have Kentucky.
All right. Yeah. the
I
one with
definitely
first
feel
blue
like
blood.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll find out.
I'm gonna
gonna wait.
screenshot that, and we're gonna meme just
Yeah, that
Alex
was
with the
great.
giant whiteboard saying Kentucky.
No, please don't.
No context. No context. Jim Range.
Yeah.
And
I
2
love
pointers.
All right. I think Carl's next, Josh.
Yeah,
Is that what you
Karl.
said?
Okay, I
We're
feel like
gonna
I have major gaps in my college basketball, like from the 80s to the 2000s. I feel like I don't know anything, so I just went UCLA.
All right, UCLA.
I like that
I'll
there's
put a different blue
I
blood
do
now.
like that there's different answers so far. I'm thrilled to say that. I do like that.
I also went UCLA. It's really
Wow.
tiny, but I went UCLA. You can see that.
All right.
They won numerous titles within a decade. They won like 7-8 titles, some crazy like that. So I figured they had to be
There was
number
only
one for a long
16
time.
teams.
Well, they were number one.
Yeah.
I think those are some really good answers. I would have said UCLA. Like, that would make a lot of sense. But, so, until the year 2018, the Kentucky Wildcats had the most total weeks, ranked number one in the men's basketball AP poll. In 2018 and through to now, Duke University has surpassed them, and Duke currently holds the most weeks, ranked first in men's college basketball.
So we're
history.
0 for 3.
Yeah. So it was the don't overthink it. It's just who's always number one, which is Duke. It seems to be.
By the way, to be fair, not any bad guesses. Let's just
No,
be real
no.
here.
No. I don't
Any
think
school. Any school
Alex
with
was very
blue
close.
primary
If this
color.
was 5 years ago, Alex would have been right. But-
Yeah, correct.
Dude, I'm
Pretty close, yeah. You're right.
I
Honestly,
grew up
though,
a Duke fan. I'm kicking myself.
that's honestly better than
Right,
anything
you
that
didn't
could have happened.
want to be like biased, thinking like they're always number one, but like
No,
that's too easy. Yeah.
Duke stats and info.
You're
They
biased.
tweet it out all the time, and I saw like their consecutive weeks at number one. I feel like is up there.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's
well,
fair.
that's not. They didn't say consecutive, and if it's 1948, I was like, Kentucky is the.
Kentucky's been good a long time.
Yeah.
They've
I
been
was
good
like-
most of their history, honestly. You're right. I mean, even back to their arena's named after the early days with like the Rupp family and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've been around a long time. That's a great. I mean, honestly, it's a great first question that Josh and I both thought.
I just
was a
think
layup.
it's those 40 years of K. Just like over
Yeah.
40 years, they've spent so much time.
That's true.
It even
ranked
even
first.
think about the years that you thought they might have been worse than they should have been, and they were still number one, and like a bad year per se, like they were
Yeah.
still one. So yeah, that's tough. All right, let's roll right into question number. Josh, I was going to say keep score. I actually am going to do better and
the
keep score,
score is
but
currently zeros all the way across.
Nice.
I tried to last episode. I didn't keep score at all, and I'm glad Josh did because I just completely forgot. Like question 7, I realized I haven't been writing it on the score. It makes my life harder when I do the YouTube video and do a score update right here. This is my plug for later. All right, question number 2. I feel like this one also might be a layup, but maybe not. Who is the all-time leading scorer, total points in NCAA men's history? Okay, I see some confident already writing things down. Karl, for those that aren't watching this on YouTube, Karl wrote that down the moment I said question mark at the end of the sentence.
He seems like he's got it.
All right,
We'll see.
this is good.
Well, I thought I had the
definitely
last
don't.
one, so we'll see.
See, like, yeah, I'm not as
Self-doubt.
confident, but we'll find out.
This is good. Be more confident in yourselves, guys. You got it. I'm not. What am I saying? I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. I mean, like I said, this is literally for bragging rights and maybe a trophy if the budget will do that. But I mean, like,
You only get a trophy if you beat Nick's score of 12.
if you, that's right, yeah. So it's
Too
the
late.
winner of all these weeks. So, yeah, too late. All right,
All right.
Ryan.
Okay, I think they got it. Yeah.
All right, yep.
There we go.
All right. The answer, and I've got.
Oh, wait,
some
no,
stuff-
Trevor, stop.
Oh yes, I did this last week.
You keep trying to give the answer before they give us
hold
what
on.
they said.
I'm gonna
Keep
erase
going,
it.
keep
Yeah, let
going.
me change.
I did it last week. All right. I guess this
Karl.
time we'll go Karl. Yep. Go ahead.
All right, I went Pistol Pete Maravich.
Okay.
Okay. Ryan.
Karl seemed really confident in that, so I was not as confident.
Uh-oh.
I know I got someone who's up there. I also know that it's going to be Antoine Davis after his 5th year. I put Doug McDermott because it's the first one that came to mind. But I know it's
Okay.
not him. Pretty sure it's not him.
All right.
Good
Alex.
guess, though.
I also have Pete Maravich. Once I finally thought for a second.
All right. The answer, and I do have stats. Sorry, I jumped the gun a second ago. The answer is Pete Maravich from 1967 to 1970 because unfortunately back then they did not allow freshmen to play on varsity is what they called it back then. He would be the number 1 scorer, and I don't think it would be close for the rest of basketball history if they let him play as a freshman. Fun fact, he averaged 43 points per game as a freshman. And varsity, he averaged
Light.
40. He averaged 44, so I think he would have been okay if he would be number 1. I don't think it would have been close.
No 3-point line either.
No 3-point line.
no
Yes, correct.
3-point line.
The answer, like I said, is Pete Maravich. 3,667 points. 83 career varsity games, so cut out an entire year, like I said. 44 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 43% from the field. We have stat heads that comment that we should include more stats and stuff. So this is for them. 43% from the field, like I said, and also shout out to Broughton High School. He is a Broughton High School legend. Played here in Raleigh, so just thought that would be a cool nugget.
Honestly, at 44 points
anyway, I
per
could
game, he
nugget
could beat
that in.
modern day UVA all by himself.
I don't know, man. You stick Kihei Clark on him, it's gonna be tough. 94 feet with Kihei Clark.
I'd love to see
Clark in
somehow
the pistol.
cross generation these answers somehow. I feel like that would be a lot of fun to see these matchups. But yeah, he man, the fact that he basically is cut out 28 games of his resume because that's how it was back then. I mean, like I said, I just don't think he would literally be number one. It would not be close. Doug McDermott, by the way, in this research doing this, I think he's 6th.
No, he's out there.
Yeah.
He's 6th. He is in the top 6, which I forgot. I thought that was insane that he was. I don't
And
remember the
also,
points per game being that high.
Another one to shout out for us. So we're originally from really nearby Campbell University.
Tiny little school.
Oh,
And while we were around there, Chris Clemens, I think,
Yeah.
up to number 3 all time on that score.
Wow.
wow.
We've seen a few. Trevor, I know you've gone. I went to a couple.
I've been to
Chris
plenty.
Clemens play.
Yeah. I went to a lot of games. I lived on campus when he was a junior and senior, and then even weirder for this parallel for us, and then we can move on. I'm not giving away where I live, but Millbrook High School, where he went to high school, is literally around the corner from my house. So I got to see him a lot, which was really cool.
I mean, like,
So.
he's one. If he had been 6 foot tall, he never would have been at Campbell with his
Yeah,
talent, but-
that's completely fair. He was
'cause
like
he was
5'9" and a
5'9".
half.
Yeah.
It was filthy.
He was very nasty. Yeah. 3rd all time. Fun fact on that. So, all right, that is a great place to be updating the score really fast. For my sake of remembering, where were we? I think
Yeah,
the Jimmer
for all of
one.
Pete Maravich's accomplishments, he never had to play Kihei Clark, so
Oh,
keep that in mind.
Good point.
Yeah.
Playing at the Plumbers, exactly.
Yes.
Or sorry, it's Plumbers to be. Plumbers to be.
Plumbers
not
to
Plumbers, Yeah.
Plumbers to be, Lord. Only like 7 people are going to understand that joke. That's the funniest part about it. All right. I believe I have both. Each guy from Jimmer is going to have 1. Ryan has 0. Sorry, Ryan. All right, Josh, go right ahead.
All right. So the next one is a multiple choice question.
Let's go.
So we're gonna flip the script from most points to least points. Which Division I blue blood college basketball program has the record for fewest points scored in an NCAA tournament game?
Tournament game. Okay.
Is it A, Duke, B, UCLA, C, UNC, or D, Kentucky?
Is this
love how-
NCAA tournament pre-expansion?
This could be any time in the tournament's history from 39
Can I get
on.
that? I'm not gonna lie. Can I get that D choice again? I zoned out.
So it's
that was my
A,
question.
Duke,
Everyone but Kansas.
B, UCLA, C, UNC,
Pretty much.
and D, Kentucky. Yeah, the Blue Bloods minus Kansas.
Yeah. Sorry, we don't.
So it is not Kansas.
Not Kansas. Yeah, sorry, guys.
That's the answer.
Yeah, this is from the inception of the tournament in 1939 on.
Okay.
So
Those are some bad early Duke teams.
Could you read the options again?
Yep.
Duke, UCLA, UNC, and Kentucky.
Man.
25% chance. We're good. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay, we're gonna go with sure.
You could tell Ryan went to college and enjoyed college. Multiple choice. Yes.
Take your chances. Take your chances. Take your chances. Yeah.
Yeah, this quiz will be 4% of your final grade.
You also
Great.
get multiple choice questions. We don't get those.
Yeah, that's fair. I forgot you included the.
We have a
note
higher
about-
chance of answering this question correctly than KD Johnson does of hitting a given field goal. So
Oh God. Was he actually below
Yes.
25%?
no, but he's not a great shooter.
It
so.
feels
Yeah,
like
he's definitely
it.
not.
This is good. I like the nuggets that they're throwing in, Josh. I mean, obviously that may be an excuse later when there's like, I was thinking too hard about my nuggets that I was throwing in there.
Yeah.
But,
That was yeah.
you know.
Okay. So we
All
all
right.
got answers written down?
Sounds like we're locked in.
All right. So let's go to Ryan first. We're back around.
When you guys asked about like the years, like how far went back, at that point, if I'm thinking that far back, it's a crapshoot because like I don't remember I don't know all these numbers and games, but I try to think of recent history because maybe it was one of these games. And I know Duke has had some bad losses, like to Lehigh early in the rounds. I'm like, maybe it was to one of those teams or for some odd reason. So I went with
Duke.
Dude, I
All right.
like the logic. All right.
Yeah,
Alex?
thank you for talking out loud. It really helps people who aren't watching this on YouTube. One more YouTube plug, because they're just hearing you basically go Duke, and they have no reason why. So this is good. Go ahead. Next,
Alex.
Alex. Yep.
Okay. So I originally went with UNC and I erased it and went with Kentucky because I'm betting on the fact that you don't have 2 Duke answers in here.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
And now that I'm saying that, it would be a perfect reason to have Duke in here twice in the first 3 questions. However, I am betting that one of those early 40s, 50s Kentucky teams
Just got blown
was
out.
absolutely atrocious in like the first round.
All right. So Alex taking the route of he can't be wrong with Kentucky twice. All right, let's get it.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, Karl, what do you got?
Okay, I went UNC because
Logic.
yeah, I also went with I don't think you'd have Duke twice.
Okay.
But I'm prepared
really
to be,
thought this out.
Prepared
This
to
is
be
good.
wrong about that.
He's definitely UCLA
And-
now.
I
What
feel
you
like
guys did
UCLA
today.
was just like always dominant when they were in the tournament, so I don't know.
Don Wooden. Oh my gosh, the four corners. I didn't think about that.
Ah, there's the light bulb. Well, Josh, go right ahead. I don't think he's going to be worried about the four corners with this answer.
Oh.
No. So on March 21st, 1941, the Pittsburgh Panthers defeated the University of North Carolina Tar Heels by a score of 26-20. There were a total of 18 made field goals.
20?
And
That makes
the
sense.
combined field goal percentage for both teams was 13.4%.
Like what?
Yeah, so
No.
for those that are realizing, I made Josh also read that one again. I ordered these last night.
They only lost by 6. Doesn't hurt me all
I
that
know.
much.
I'm saying they could have scored
funny.
27 and won that game,
Yeah.
and probably still been the answer for this question.
No, it would not have been actually.
Would have been
I'll
Pittsburgh,
send you the
oh,
link
yeah.
after this for all of our research. I'll send you all the links and stuff. I
Please
actually,
do.
if I can
I
remember
just-
to find them, they'll be in the
I
description.
crack
But
jokes with Trevor trying to like put in, because the trivia fact I like to say is which college basketball team has the least number of points in a game in the modern era, which is NC State, who scored 26 in a game in
Yes.
2019.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
a few
I was
years
coaching a
ago.
basketball game.
Sure, let's all remember that one all of a sudden. Wow. No, no. Unfortunately, I believe second place would have been still, even with the modern era thing, like Duquesne. Is that how you say it? I have no idea. They're a school right outside of Pittsburgh when they were
Duquesne?
D1.
Duquesne.
Oh,
Duquesne? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Duquesne.
Duquesne.
Okay.
All right, really quick,
Go
Karl,
Dukes.
Alex. There are two. Y'all understand because there's two of you on your show. There are two people, and you guys can decide afterwards which one you are. But there are two people normally in a podcast. I'm learning from doing this experience over the last 2 years. People that cannot pronounce anything whatsoever. People that take 5 years to learn Giannis's name. 5 years is after he became an all-star, for what it's worth. And then there's people like Josh who go ahead and Josh and pronounce that guy that I couldn't pronounce that played for the Bucks in the summer league.
What?
Ryan knows what I'm talking about. The guy from the Bucks.
Oh, Sandro
Sandro.
Mamukelishvili.
There's
be
guys
elite.
like Josh who can do that. So figure out later which one of you guys are. That'd be a really fun conversation. So
Trevor,
All right.
I think they both can pronounce things. I think it's just you, man.
I
Honestly.
can pronounce things, but like I'll just fumble sentences. I'll be mid-sentence and then just forget how to talk. Like that's
yeah, podcasts are really hard for that too because it's like cool. So there's only so much editing I
Because
can
like
do to
Trevor,
realize
you
I
still don't remember like that Chris Boucher's name and how to say this Boucher.
Boucher. I remember.
Now
that.
you got it. Okay, because you didn't get
Bobby.
it last time we talked about
I have to remember Bobby Boucher. Chris
Call him
Boucher.
Bobby Boucher all the time.
Easy. All right. Really quick score update. It looks like Alex has 2.
no.
No,
Karl has
Karl
I
has
won.
2.
I won.
I got
I'm
the
looking
score.
down.
Just let me like.
All right,
Trevor,
you
let
got
me
this
do
one.
that.
Yeah, honestly, this stupid notepad.
Carl
All
with
right.
2, Alex with 1, Ryan.
Thanks,
I think
Josh.
He's
I
gonna
think
get on
it's
the
really
board here
funny
soon.
that you guys
We don't
opened
have
the
to-
show with this one will be easier than last week, and then you asked us a question about the 1941 NCAA tournament.
Yes, this is so good. Oh, this is off to a flying
Wisconsin
start.
won that tournament. God, useless
There you
information.
go.
Dude, all right, for no points, who won the first one ever?
Oregon.
Oh my god!
We all knew that. I knew that one.
All right,
Oh.
see, all right, Josh, you found a new co-host. I'll see you later. You clearly don't need me. All right,
The good thing we didn't make that a question, I guess.
Damn,
Yeah,
I got a
right.
point.
That's why I'm
Indiana
very
1 year
clear.
later.
There are no points. I'm like clearly when I say there's no, I'm like there are no points on this because I just want to know if anyone knows. All right, let's move on. We're literally on question 4. We've been doing this for 18 minutes. All right,
So if you guys are upset about 1941, you're not going to like the next question.
yeah, you're not.
We got this.
Speaking of games that happened a long time ago, I'm just going to read my script because that's what it is. Speaking of games that happened a long time ago, how many players were allowed on the court per team in the first ever known of or documented college basketball game ever?
What?
Is it
How
multiple
many?
choice? Multiple choice.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, you're welcome. Multiple choice. I'll read the question again just to be safe. How many players were allowed on the court per team in the first ever documented or known of college basketball game? I say documented because I put originally recorded, and I thought you would have been like, oh, you mean like TV? No, first ever, like ever.
We were talking like Dr. Naismith with peach
Yeah,
baskets.
Naismith.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Carl's got
Gosh,
something up
okay.
his sleeve. No, he's got
Per
something up his
At the
team.
Canadian YMCA? Like, is that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
In college basketball, to be fair, in the United
Okay.
States.
Oh.
So, first per team, is it A, 7, B, 5, C, 9, or D, just like a soccer pitch, 11? I remember that. I do know
Crazy
that.
game.
Even
That's
though I don't
crazy.
The
watch
spacing in that game would be absolutely
go through
unreal.
it one more time?
11.
It was 7, then
TikTok
what?
creator.
7, 5, 9, and 11.
Okay.
It bothers me that you didn't just go 5, 7, 9, 11. I'm just gonna say.
There's
He's
a
trying to
reason.
confuse
There's a
us.
reason.
He said, "There's a reason." Sure, maybe there is. I don't know.
I don't think there
I wrote
is.
these over the last 2 days. I don't remember
Now I'm gonna
what I
overthink
did for a
this
reason. I did order. To be fair, I did. Josh and I came together on Saturday, got these figured out, and then I ordered them afterwards. After we kind of talked and figured out the order, we do think these get progressively harder. To be fair, for what that's
I put
worth.
the Duke
Okay.
at number one first because I thought somebody's gonna get that one.
Remember how
We hate
recent
Duke.
that is.
We hate Duke.
So do we.
hate Duke.
No. Yo,
Yeah, so do I.
Y'all speak for yourselves.
All right, 7, 5, 9, or 11. If we are ready, I will go ahead and I'll see thumbs up, and I think we're good. Ryan's good. Carl's still
I think
thinking.
it's,
What is,
Carl, you're
what does
good.
it
Take your
matter?
time.
Which one?
I'm
I think,
good.
I think it's
right.
Alex first.
I'm not sure what more thinking is going to do for me on this question.
I mean, there's multiple choice, maybe.
So
but-
I went. You can't see it. I went.
All
With
right, I can.
7.
Yeah. 7.
I went with 7 because that was the first number. Like before you said the multiple choice that went in my head, just obscure
Oh.
enough.
I like it.
um,
This is good.
It won't be right, but I liked it.
It's the Kentucky of numbers. All right,
Yes.
Carl.
I figured it probably wasn't 5 because you're asking the question, but if it is, I'm going to be just really upset. I went
Cool
with
logic.
9.
9,
Is that
okay.
backwards? I don't know.
No,
I
9,
went
No,
I
I
got
looked right.
We're good.
11
Technology.
seems a little excessive. I have a hard time believing they'd do that, but
Hey, they could have played this on a football field for all we know. We have no idea.
I mean, this is definitely with the peach baskets. Like,
Yeah,
there's
oh, yeah.
no
Oh,
net.
for
You're
sure.
climbing up the pole to get the ball out.
To be fair, I barely found any backstory on this, so what you're getting is going to be what little I found. So,
this one's probably the fewest recorded points, actually.
no, believe it or
A lot
not,
of defense.
it's
Wow.
not. I'll actually get to that. It's not. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
I thought similar logic that if it's 5, then like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? But, so
Why are we doing this?
I also learned y'all mentioned the about the multiple choice answers in school and you must enjoy the multiple choice test. I did because I
Oh.
always knew that C was the most likely answer to always
I
go
like
by,
that.
so I went with 9. I actually crossed out. I had 7 and 9, and I was
When in
deciding
doubt,
last-
see it out.
I was deciding 9.
I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Ryan's going to get a point because he went with C.
Wow. Painful.
Oh man.
He's got
All right.
degrees.
I should have got on the board, Alex. I had a good point.
Cool backstory. Cool backstory for this. The first recorded game between two college teams occurred on February 9th, 1895, when Hamlin University, it's okay if you don't know who that is, me neither, faced Minnesota A&M. The game was played under rules allowing 9 players per side. Minnesota A&M would go on to win 9-3. Okay, so yes, technically they are counting. I guess they are counting pre. I guess our question began in
I'm pretty sure each basket was worth 1 point though. So
Yeah,
at this point, like,
Okay.
That's fair. Oh yeah, and also it was
18 to
NCAA
6.
tournament. It was tournament versus non-tournament. The tournament started in 39. Got it. Yeah, you're right. This is actually the lowest score ever. So yeah, recorded that we know of. The first ever college basketball game with 5 players on each side. I do have that for you if you were curious. Was played on January 18th, 1896, when the University of Iowa invited student athletes from the new University of Chicago at the time for an experimental game. Yeah, experimental game. Score was 15-12 Chicago, a bit different from the 100-point scores that we have today.
Jordan Bohannon had all 12 points, by the way. All those.
Still play, yeah, exactly.
No, I think it was Charlton Bohannon, like his great grandfather.
Oh, okay. No, that would make more sense.
Oh God! All right, Josh. Man, that was okay. That was a great one. That one
I
broke
mean,
me.
Trevor, you said this one was hard, and Karl has gotten 3 out of the first 4 questions. Right?
I don't know how.
Wait, what the?
I really don't.
He's questioning his own abilities.
I only really knew one of them. So.
All right, Josh. For the
The
sake of
score
my
is
editing later,
3 to
score.
1
Thank
to
you.
1. All
right.
Karl in the lead.
All right. Question 5.
Number 5, not multiple choice here. We're gonna stay on the theme of history. I guess that's what Trevor wrote.
Really? Just read it.
Which U.S. state has the most NCAA Division I men's basketball wins? Which U.S. state has the most NCAA Division I men's basketball wins?
Overall wins in
Total wins.
Overall wins for the schools in their state.
I need the minutes to write down
In
like
history.
a map.
Overall wins for the schools in their state in history.
Should I just keep guessing Kentucky till I get something right?
Okay, I have an educated guess for this.
I'm gonna post a job posting for this show, and it's gonna be my position, and Alex is gonna be the only applicant allowed. Because clearly, I don't need to be here. You found a new co-host. Karl, you want to swap places for a month? Sorry, Alex, you want to swap places for a month? I'll be with Karl for a month.
I can't talk about the NBA.
Well, 80% of what we do is NBA. That's great. That'll be fun. All right. Any thought process? We can think out loud. There's not really any helping each other. Maybe.
Yeah,
No,
we're having a good time.
I tried this last time and no one spoke up. So to be fair, I don't expect you all to do it.
I have a theory for this question.
Okay.
He has a theory.
Good. All right.
Okay.
So this is.
So to clarify again before we get to final
hypothesis.
answers, it's not one school or the state school. So it's not what the flagship is. It's the total number of D1 schools, all their wins added up.
Bingo.
Okay.
To be fair, most of these questions came from NCAA.com. So these are legit. I believe everything they put on that website. So I hope this is right.
See, I was doing some prep work before. I was studying the wrong thing. I thought you were going to be whipping out the 1954 ACC Player of the Year. I found
who is that? Who is the 1954 ACC
Alex,
player?
we're not done with this yet. That's good still come up.
He won back to back.
Okay.
It was
Lenny Rosenbluth.
No,
Lenny
no,
Rosenbluth.
Lenny
Yeah, Lenny
Rosenbluth's a UNC player, Trevor.
yeah.
He said ACC.
It was a Wake Forest guy.
Oh, it was the guy before Lenny or after.
It was
around
Donnie
that time.
Hemlick or something.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to find it. Hold
The
on.
Lenny
tournament
was
documentary
ACC
is
player of
very
the year
fun.
in 1957 when the
There you
Tar Heels
go.
won the title.
Yeah.
Trevor, you said you pulled all these off the NCAA website.
Some
Not
of
all
them, not
Some
all
of
of
them.
them.
Not all of them.
I was
yeah.
gonna say you're probably the only person in America who still trusts the NCAA.
Hey,
Dickie
you guys
Hemrick.
are building a career based on them. I'd be careful what you say. I'm just kidding. No, that's a good point, honestly. I thought about that as soon as I said it, and I was like, so if they want to say it, they can say it.
That's
but
okay. Not until
There's a lot of awesome stuff on the NCAA website.
there is. It was a really fun rabbit hole I went down to find some of these.
This is not a fun question. I'm thinking way too far into it. I should just guess one, but whatever at this point.
All right. Anybody else locked in while Ryan's
locked
still?
in.
Yeah, I'm
right.
locked in. When
Yeah,
you
Locked in.
I think I'm just gonna guess, and I know I'll just guess. I don't really care.
Okay. All right.
Kentucky. Safe guess.
So I think we're at Karl first. Can you wrap around too?
Okay. I think
What's the
I
theory?
might have big brained this one.
Okay.
All right.
I want to hear this theory. This is good.
Okay, I went Pennsylvania
Oh.
because I know
snake.
Temple has a ton of wins. They have
They do.
1,900 wins or something like
That
that.
Philadelphia.
You asked a question
five-star or
about
whatever it's called.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They've been playing for a long time. That was
They
in
have.
the
No
40s.
way, dude.
I think St. Joe's has
no
been
chance.
I think
No.
Duquesne has had a team for a really long
They
time.
are. Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about Pennsylvania. Penn State has been around,
Okay.
they've definitely had a program for forever. So
Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth.
Pennsylvania.
All right, Ryan.
So one thought I had was I didn't answer North Carolina, but because Duke and North Carolina are obvious ones, Wake Forest has been around for a while. NC State has won 2 national titles. And there's other
Thanks for
smaller
that.
schools. I ended up going with Texas at the bottom there because
Texas.
there's so many schools. I'm thinking about the schools in recent history also between Baylor, Texas, Texas Tech, Houston, all these schools. You go back, there were other schools like Texas, even Texas Western or whatever, all the way back
Yep.
in time. And I know Texas has been around for a while. I'm taking my chances on numbers. They're probably top 3 or 4 at the worst. So I went with Texas.
Okay. Alex.
You asked a question immediately. I put down North Carolina. It's the state I'm
Okay.
from. It has 2 of the top 4 winningest programs in college history. You have
Yep.
Davidson. You have Wake Forest. You have. I'll
Davidson.
throw in
Oh, I
UNC
forgot about
Wilmington
Davidson.
recently. UNC Greensboro.
Yep.
That's insane.
I would like it to be North Carolina.
I
Josh.
thought you guys would stay away from it because you're all from North Carolina.
Maybe.
That's why I was I think it's too
There-
obvious.
Josh,
There's
before
18
you
schools in North Carolina. So
Trevor, don't worry. I'm planning on reading since.
hold on, before you say anything, I would like to brace them for this.
Oh, it's like a Rhode Island. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Delaware.
Ryan, your window's open, right? I want you to look across. I want you to look out your window.
Oh my God!
All right, Josh, go ahead.
No.
Josh, go ahead.
So Ryan, don't say anything. So I'm gonna read up
I'm gonna
from
write this down. I'm thinking about it.
6-1. So the
Too
top
late.
6 states. Number 6 is the state of North Carolina, 16,328 wins
I'm
all
gonna put my head
time.
through a wall.
Oh, I know why.
Number 5 is Ohio, 16,978. Fourth is the
Ohio?
state of
That's what I said
Pennsylvania.
when I did this.
Yo, Karl.
So Pennsylvania at 4, 19,558. Ryan was the closest. Third, Texas, 20,020 total wins. Second was California, who has the
Yes.
most total
Yeah.
D1 programs. And
Wow.
the state with
cannot
the,
believe
I
it.
think, third most total D1 programs behind Texas and California, the state of New York, with 24,569
I hate
total
St.
wins
John's.
as of this
No,
year.
but there's like random like SUNY schools also.
Prominent schools with over
Syracuse.
1,000
Oh my
wins in
gosh.
history in New York.
Excuse
Army,
me.
Canisius, Colgate, Columbia, Cornell,
Yep.
Fordham,
Syracuse.
Iona, LIU, Manhattan, Niagara, St. Bonaventure, St. Francis, St. John's, and Syracuse all have at least 1,000.
I should
fun
have gone
fact,
with the Northeast school.
CCNY won a national title in the 50s,
1950.
guys.
1950.
Alex studied way too much.
No. I can explain.
Alex
this.
has got that one. He's good.
No, I can explain this. I
This is
learned
good.
every national champion in order from 1939 on because of a Sporkle quiz that I took against my
Okay.
friends in middle school.
Me and Alex are gonna be best friends. So I did the same thing with number 1 draft picks since 1968 with
Yeah.
the NBA. I knew them all, and I could take that quiz in like 4 minutes. It was like,
Except you don't remember Michael Thompson anymore. We established that last week.
yeah, clearly. Yeah, for those that aren't realizing, in our free agency recap, is that what we did? Did I get that right again? The free agency recap or the whatever we did with Ryan last? I can't
Draft
remember.
recap.
I did it again. All right, whatever. All this offseason.
Ryan, I promise we really appreciated having you on.
Yeah,
Don't
thank
let
you.
Trevor forgetting
This
what he
offseason-
did.
This offseason is beating
Okay.
me to a pulp.
Take that away.
So, either way, in that he included something about we were tying New York to. Yeah, there you go. Oh, this is good. YouTube, please, if you're
Wait,
watching
can
this
we
on
see?
Apple,
Wait,
you might be able to.
Focus. Focus. Focus.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, it's like you're in heaven.
He included a nugget about being looking out his window and seeing New York, and it was some tie to what we talked about. So
Yeah.
I just thought that was a really fun way to brace him for the fact that he did not guess the city he can literally and state that he can literally see from looking to his right. So just thought that was a fun way to brace that. Josh, thanks for laying that one through. Josh, you want to give them the for no additional points? You want to see if they can get the least amount?
Yeah, no additional points. What state, other than Alaska, who has 0 Division I wins?
0.
Zero.
So,
Yeah, they don't have a D1 school.
yeah.
That's
cool.
correct.
Alaska
What?
Anchorage is D2.
Yeah.
Anchorage is D2.
So Alaska has 0 Division I
Yeah.
wins because they don't have any D1 schools. So
Yeah,
who
yeah.
is 49th with the least number of wins?
Oh, I thought you said they had 0 also. I was like, what?
no.
Who has a program with no wins?
That would be bad.
Okay. It's for no
That'd be
points,
like-
but does anyone have an idea?
You can just say it if you
two
want.
guesses?
You can say it
Yeah,
if you want.
go
You
for it.
don't have to write it
I
down.
want to take Hawaii and give me. Oh, I don't want to take.
He knew
Idaho
Hawaii was
because-
bad, so he wanted a second.
Go
one.
one. Let him go one. Carl, go ahead. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
this is-
I'll take
one,
Hawaii.
too.
That's fine.
I'll
That's
take New Hampshire.
That's a good one. A good one.
They got UNH. Is Dartmouth is there though too?
Oh,
They've been
Dartmouth is
around.
I forgot about Dartmouth.
They've been
That's a
around.
good one.
And
like-
all right, my secondary was Maine. That was my secondary one.
They
Okay.
got Maine. There's nowhere else. That's a good one. I was
Yeah.
thinking like, no, they have Montana and Montana State. Idaho's got Idaho and Boise
And
State.
Boise State
Yep.
and Idaho
Um,
State.
And the Dakotas. I'll go with South Dakota. Actually, no, they have South Dakota State. That's a terrible answer.
on. Taylor
pick
Swift.
one.
Right,
There are no points
This is
involved.
no points to this. Ryan, stop. You were right. It's South Dakota.
Okay,
I think
Wow.
they only have South Dakota and South Dakota State are the only
Yeah.
Division I.
that's
schools.
tough.
With 500 exactly as of
Yeah.
today.
Probably all Jackrabbits from last year.
Jackrabbits need to get it up.
Last year.
That's what I'm hearing.
Love the from
They had 30. They had like 30 wins last season.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they did.
It's a
Um,
Baylor Shireman tax.
Yeah, shout out to Jim, my son,
Okay.
who talked me into them as to making a run, and they did not. So, all right. So let's do a halfway point stop here. Josh, give us a score update, and then I'm going to ask everybody really quick how they think they're doing.
So at the halfway point, with more right answers than wrong answers, Karl has 3, and then Alex and Ryan at 1, with still plenty of time to catch up.
The goal
How's
is
everybody
not to
feeling?
catch up. The goal is to have a good time. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not for
Oh, the
Carl.
goal is to
but-
catch up. You don't have to host a podcast with them.
Just remember, the goal is to actually catch Nick, who is 12. So,
Oh no,
this is tough. Hey, the bonus round still has plenty of opportunity. So, all right, really quick, 15 seconds. Karl, how you feeling?
I'm feeling lucky.
That's a good. We'll do adjectives. This is good.
I've fallen forward into a number of correct answers.
All right, I'm changing my next question. Alex, one word. How do you feel?
unlucky. Unlucky because of
Kentucky.
Yeah, no, Alex, the correct answer was Kentucky.
Yeah.
How you're feeling?
Ryan, one word. How do you feel?
I don't know. 2 words. Enjoying myself. How about that?
There we go.
Yeah.
What a good time.
Yeah.
He's making it very clear. He's like, I'm having a great time. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's have a great time for a few more questions. Really quick, let's roll to number 6. In the history of March Madness, this blew my mind. I just want to be upfront. This stat blew my mind. Just clear for everybody listening. In the history of March Madness, only 1 year ever has seen all 4 1 seeds face off in the Final Four.
Oh,
Got it.
Hold on. What year?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you get a bonus point. We're actually being stingy with these bonus points.
no,
If you can name all 4 of them, if you can write them down, all 4 of them will give you like
4?
a minute and a half. Oh, yeah. No, so you can get the point right for the year.
Yeah.
You got the year if you can get the
Yeah.
year. If you write down all 4 of them as well right under it, where we can see it, we will give you an additional point. We are very stingy with bonus points here. We should not be because of the 12-point guy you have to try to catch.
Yeah, can I get like a half a point for each
No.
one, each team?
You get
Please?
1 point for all 4.
Please?
So, what year, and I'll read it again for those that are only listening on Apple, Spotify, Google, and any other major podcast platform. Please
And to be
subscribe.
clear, this is the men's tournament because I think the women's tournament has had all 4 1 seeds a ton of
A
times.
ton of time. Yeah. No. Only 1 year has seen all 4 1 seeds face off in the Final Four. What year was that? And for a bonus point, name all 4 schools. I'm kind of glad we're not doing like minus points, Josh. I just thought about that like as we were doing this.
Why would
like,
we do minus points?
I mean, I think it'd make Nick's 12 a lot more, he'd have like 8.
points.
It would be a lot more obtainable and fair for every week that we're doing this. To be fair,
You
we
can
have some
score
cool
a lot
themes
on the
coming up,
bonus
so
round.
You can. And we have a lot of cool themes coming up as well for the next couple of weeks. College basketball is kind of a generic, like, there's not really one specific thing. Last week we did NBA history, so it was kind of the fact that he got 12 with literally 75 years of history was kind of impressive. But we've got some really, I won't spoil anything, we've got some really cool history, like, of NBA specific. We've got a lot of cool themes coming up. So
I know that they know the answer, and I'm like, I'm
Oh,
going
do you
between-
have it?
this is
Me?
mental chess.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the reason I know this is because it was the first year I filled out a bracket.
Oh, all
I'm,
right.
going
get all
between, I'm
4?
going between a few years, and I'm like, I know the answer. I don't know the exact specific year, like top, you know what I mean? But I know.
You know the time period.
I-
basically.
yeah.
I got
know when it
3 of
was.
the 4 teams immediately, and I'm debating between 2.
Okay,
for the
so
14.
Al, it sounds like this is why I like talking out loud. You're not revealing anything. This is good.
Yeah.
You guys are a lot more vocal mid-question. It helps us fill time later. So, but it sounds like you guys are a lot like closer and like you're between. This is good. Like I want to see where our heads are at. That's good. All right,
I'm
sounds
trying to
Alex is
now I'm
good.
thinking
just gonna
through
guess.
rosters and like draft picks and
I set a 2-minute quote-unquote timer, but we've got another minute on that. So
No,
I
I'm
didn't
just
look at it.
We're
I'm
good?
just gonna wing it here. I don't
All
really
right.
care. It's okay.
Well,
I already spoiled the fact that it's not in 1945. So
Just eliminate that off your list.
yeah,
Oklahoma A&M.
yeah. GCNY, Oklahoma A&M.
Josh, I have found our TikTok.
Chaminade.
It's every random facts Alex gives us is going to be a compilation posted the moment this episode goes live. It's going to just be a compilation of fun facts. All right, who's up, Josh? I have no idea.
I think Ryan goes first.
Ryan. All right, I'm
Oh.
still leading this question.
I know, like, it's tough.
This is so good.
I put 2009 because I'm trying to think. I
Oh.
know. Yeah, I knew
Oh.
I was off, but I'm thinking. I think George Mason went to the Final Four in 06, I think it was, or something like that. I'm going through the high seeds I know were
And
there to try to
eliminating
eliminate.
somebody.
I think VCU, actually VCU might have been that year. I don't know. I went with 2009.
Can you give us the
Did you want-
teams from 09?
do you want-
No,
take
I
a
can't
flip-
give you the 4. I didn't
Okay.
try. I knew like one or two of them, and I was like, I'm not going to bother trying the rest. So
I think I only remember 2 from 2009. Off the top.
I got 2009. Oh, okay. Because for this, I got 3 of the 4. So I thought that was
Okay.
interesting. So Alex, go right ahead. I'm curious where you go with the 3 of the 4 potentially.
All right, so I know it's 2008, and
Okay.
I'll write it down. So immediately I had UNC, Kansas, Memphis down,
Mm-hmm.
and I was debating between whether it was UCLA, Kentucky. I was 6 at this time. I think I went with UCLA.
Okay.
Okay, Karl.
Karl.
I went 2008, and I have Kansas, UCLA, UNC, Memphis, which I
All
believe
right.
are the same four that Alex had.
Hey,
Why did you didn't go
Ryan,
Kentucky, Alex?
In your defense, you're like us. You cover a lot of basketball things. You don't just cover
Okay.
college. This was apparently an unfair question because they both are completely correct. They both are going to get 2 points here. That's an unbelievable pull because I got the year right when I got this, and I got 3 of them. The team that I forgot was UCLA as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was a different team. I thought it was
How can
maybe
you
one of those
forget
upsets.
UCLA from that year?
Because in my
2008.
head, for some reason.
That was
some
Russell
reason-
Westbrook
I
and
know.
Kevin Love taking
For some reason,
UCLA
I had
to
this-
the
So that's who
Final
it
Four.
was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have this moment. I have this moment in my head for them that I don't remember them having like. I know they made the tournament all 3 or 4 years or 2 years they were together, whatever it was. But I don't have this moment of them making it that far. Like I can't remember that.
It's because it's the D Rose story at the time.
It was,
Yeah.
and like in the championship game, which by the way, I'll go ahead and read this now so we can move on. And you're gonna see it. This is my YouTube plug right here. You're gonna see the video of Mario Chalmers hitting the shot right here on the screen. Kansas would go on. That's correct. By the way, I didn't say that. Kansas would go on to defeat Memphis in the title game after Mario Chalmers famously hit a game-tying 3 to send the game into overtime, and they would eventually win. So, great tournament. I thought it was one of the best, even though the fact that apparently all 4 1 seeds made it. So I thought that was really funny. So.
Sometimes I feel like that offers the best form of like Final Four and end to the March Madness tournament because like we love the. I'm sorry to like add more, but like
No.
the Cinderella's the 11 seeds, the high seeds, but like they're never gonna get to a point where it makes it entertaining in the last 4 or 2. Like it never gets that way.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fair.
Well, was
I mean-
2008 a Tyler Hansbrough year?
Yes,
It was.
It was.
Okay.
That was the year he won National Player of the Year.
Okay.
Oh, I did know this. God.
So that was his junior year, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was.
So I was really
Correct.
talking about Oscar Shibwe being the last player to return since Hansbrough 08, and I'm like, oh my god, like I knew this.
You know the
This is
last
good.
team that was ranked preseason #1 to win the national title?
Tell us.
Not in like
Let's
the last
see.
like years. Was it them?
UNC in
Back
2009.
in-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh
Hey,
probably got that.
could be UNC in 2022 so.
I hope not.
Or 2023.
I hope not.
All right, Josh.
I'm sorry.
Let's get a score update really fast and then rip their hearts out with question number 7.
So the score now sits Karl has 5,
Oh my
which
God.
was the total number of points Nick had at the end of the 10 questions
Ooh.
before the bonus round. Alex has 3, and Ryan is
Carl
at
can't
1.
believe it.
No
Carl
goose
got-
eggs.
Good job, Carl.
Now Carl has pressure. I have no pressure on me. Carl is sitting here like,
Shall
Carl's
I
like,
say
Carl,
you're-
you better beat it now. Like,
Shall I say you're having a good time?
you're under a lot of pressure to have the most fun out of all of us.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'll be honest, I'm having a great time. So I'm doing well.
All right, Josh, knock it out here.
Come back.
with the question number 7.
all right. Question number 7. The National Invitational Tournament, also known as the NIT,
I love the OG's comment
is
immediately.
known for a time was the most prominent men's basketball tournament prior to the NCAA. And a little bit after the NCAA tournament, it was still considered probably the most prestigious for a while. That's just a fun tidbit. It doesn't have anything to do with the question. What school in NCAA history has the most NIT tournament championships? Which school has the most NIT tournament championships?
Also known as not in tournament. I don't know if Josh said that.
That's
Is this-
offensive.
this
Why
is
are you
not
saying
what
that about the
this
NIT?
is.
I invited
I think it's
tournament.
funny. Because my team
Hey,
was always
Trevor-
the joke of that. That's why.
Well, no,
I mean,
your team doesn't make the NIT anymore.
That's
It's
fair.
not good
This
enough.
year, yeah, they didn't. That's right. They didn't. Yeah.
This isn't multiple choice.
No, it's not.
No,
sorry.
it's not. It's-
Sorry. We
yeah.
normally say it at the beginning, but yeah, we did not say that there for this
Like,
question.
There
I remember
is
re-
one
I-
more
I-
multiple choice question coming.
I'm not
Yeah.
lying. I remember reading this somewhere a week ago, and I cannot for the life of me remember the team.
I'll give you a hint. It is not Kentucky.
Well, I wasn't going to guess Kentucky, but thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna have a field day with making these
Oh my
TikToks. It's just- I'm also gonna do a TikTok. I'm just spoiling my own content later. I'm also gonna do a TikTok of every time we say the word Kentucky. It's just gonna be cut up every time.
Just a
It's been so many
Kentucky
times.
counter?
What's up?
Just a Kentucky counter? It's
Yeah.
just thinking me.
There you go. Okay, I like that. A Kentucky cutter. People, by the way, people who hear it for the first time, like the first one in like the first 4 minutes, are going to be like, "Why is there a Kentucky counter on the screen in minute 4?" We're minute 40 right now, and people are like, "All right, Kentucky number 12."
I see Karl doing the same thing I am. Like, I'm sitting here. I'm like, how do I go? Do I just think of a team that like I know has been around and like, what?
I'll
What?
give you this nugget. Whether this helps you or not is totally up to you.
Please.
Listen, so you're going to be disappointed. I'm sorry,
Oh.
but if this was multiple choice, I do think that somebody would get it. I just think for the sheer fact that it's not.
It is your
it's not
show.
harder.
It is your show. You can bend the rules.
That's fair.
I don't
We
have-
could do
multiple
something
choice.
about the fact that it's
we
not
didn't
multiple
prepare
choice.
choices, so we don't.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of schools that just like I
Suck.
know I've always been like not even suck. They have to be decent enough to be able
To
to,
make
not only
it.
get in, but
Yeah,
to
just
win
the most
tournament.
mid school.
Well,
I'm
you got to
thinking-
be slightly above average. You got to be
And
one
about-
standard
I'm thinking
deviation
is-
above the middle.
Wait, was the multiple choice part the hint?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was.
Dang it.
I'm thinking that it's got to be a school like it's going to be a really good like that's been around non-power school is my thought because like those schools always win. Like the Bonnies have been in it a couple times last year. It's not saying it's them. Just like thinking of
Talking
random
out loud,
teams. I don't know, or it's probably a power team that like just never.
Well,
good.
so to be
I've got an
fair,
answer.
for especially what Karl said, the mid thing, someone's fan base is about to be very unhappy in the next 35 seconds.
Sorry.
Because
Dang.
they've won. I don't know if we said oh no, we didn't say the number of them. We'll save that for.
Oh,
I mean, hang the banner, I guess.
Josh, you think actually you want to do the number of them?
I'm
I
gonna
feel like
look up the number.
I do. I have the number. It's in the thing.
Okay.
Right here. I wrote
I
it down.
didn't see it in there.
Is it
Yeah, I put
6?
I just put it. It's 5. I'll just say it. It's 5. It doesn't hurt.
like
So.
I'm just gonna guess a random school that I think. Okay, I don't know.
All right.
UCLA.
Carl, are you in? Have you?
Kentucky.
I yes, I have a guess. I was
Josh.
between like 4 schools,
Okay.
3
Okay.
schools really.
Josh, can I brace this one again?
Yeah. Well, we gotta. Just before you give let
I'm
them
not.
give their
I'm not.
answers
I'm not.
first.
I'm
again.
not.
Okay. I think
Go
we're
ahead.
at
Whoever's
Alex.
up. I think we are at Alex. Go ahead.
Question number 7.
All right. I went with, I don't know if you can, St. John's.
Okay.
Okay.
The Red Storm.
Red
Over to
Storm.
Karl.
Perennial Big East contenders.
Yep.
But
Big
never
East.
won a national title.
Okay. That's a good fun fact. Yeah. Karl?
Okay, I actually also went St. John's and I
Gosh.
put MSG in parentheses because it's traditionally at MSG.
It
I believe
wasn't
that's like their home
recently.
court.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
So-
It is, yeah.
That's kind of my only logic there.
Okay.
My
Ryan?
thought, I went away from power. I went into the power conferences because I was like, I'm just not going to think of who it is otherwise. I crossed out Stanford and wrote St. John's.
Wow.
Oh,
good
wow.
pull. Okay.
So I just think like the New York City thing, I just thought it for, and I'm like, I looked at the window and I was literally like, St. John's, like, right there. I could see it, and I was like, they've never been good. They have been very good, but
Josh,
Stanford is another weird one. I don't know why I thought
Stanford is a good one. I think they've been in it a lot.
Yeah.
Josh, he kind of took my brace from me.
Yeah.
Ryan, look out your window again. It actually-
The answer is St. John's. With
Look at
5.
us! Who would have thought?
to be completely clear, I am floored that all 3 of you got that.
I thought somebody would get it. But
Also, someone earlier, I didn't write this down. Someone earlier made a St. John's joke. I didn't want to be the one to like. I had to hold it together when you said it. I don't remember
I
who
think
said
Alex
it.
did.
I think Alex made a St. John's reference or a joke or something, and I literally had to hide behind my microphone so I would not laugh because I was like, "There's literally an answer of St. John's in this show." I panicked. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "How can I hide myself as fast as possible?"
The Red
Any
Storm,
fun facts,
5
Josh? I
different
think
times.
I think Xavier has 4. I think that's my fun fact. Maybe I think I had that, but to be fair, I didn't write it down. Wow, I cannot believe that you. Alex? Where did you read this and why? Would be my question.
I think I actually saw it in like a post on Twitter, and I think I saw it like in a graphic. It was either from St. John's or
Gotcha.
something else.
Nice. You were like,
Yeah.
funny enough, I'm going on a college basketball trivia show next week.
I was like, should write this one down, and then didn't write it down.
You're like, what are the odds that that's the case? And
I was like,
apparently,
what are
that's high odds. I'm floored. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's just
all
unbelievable.
questions.
Look at us.
So,
Yeah. All right,
the
Josh.
score
Score
update.
update.
It's
Thank you.
Carl with 6, Alex with 4, and Ryan with 2. They're
All right.
all moving
Right.
up the leaderboard here.
All right, this one is. I'm really excited about this question and the fact that we're getting really close to an hour. So, really fast. This is a new format. We have not done this question yet. We have not done a style of question like this. I hope we can do it in the future with some other categories, or some other themes to the trivia show. But you're going to name that player. No multiple choice. We're going to read some stats, some awards, everything pretty much, but identifying, kind of where they are. It's basically just off the stats. Can you figure out the player?
Yikes.
Career stats and achievements, 18, and I'm going to read them all, and you can write them down as fast. You can write an answer down as fast as you want, as soon as you think you got it, but I'm going to read them all and maybe do it again just to give people some time to
I'm
hear
trying
it all.
down the stats.
Yeah.
18.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists per game, and 139 games played. 45, 39, 88 splits. He played from 2007 to 2011. He was a consensus All-American, Wooden Award winner, Rupp Trophy winner, Naismith Award winner, won his Conference Player of the Year award, and was an AP Player of the Year. One more time, because that was a lot of information. 18.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists per game in 139 games, 45, 39, 88 splits.
I got it.
2007 to 11, consensus All-American, Wooden Award winner, Rupp Trophy winner, Naismith Award winner, won his Conference Player of the Year, and he was an AP Player of the Year. All of those awards are one time, unless SportsReference.com is lying to me.
Are the stats for his senior year or all career?
This is career. Sorry, I thought I said that.
So
Career.
he averaged
Career.
19 over his whole career together.
Career, yeah.
Okay,
Career.
that's
correct,
what I
yeah.
just. Okay, cool.
Could you
That's
read
good.
the? Could you read this like the stats again?
Yeah, 18.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists per game, and 139 games, 45, 39, 88 splits. I'll just read the rest. 07-11,
please.
consensus All-American, Wooden Award winner, Rupp Trophy winner, Naismith Award winner, won his Conference Player of the Year, and AP Player of the Year. Those are all.
You said All-American. He was All-American 4 years. Or whatever
It
before?
says one, like I said, unless consensus
time.
All-American
Okay,
is,
no,
unless SportsReference.com is lying to me if that's
I don't
the
know
case.
of
But
a player that I don't like. There's people that are 4-time All-Americans. I don't know if it's.
I think it denotes that. I think it denotes that if it's multiple, like it would with any other NBA. Because I'm used to Basketball Reference,
Yeah.
which is confusingly not College Basketball Reference. It's Sports Reference. I know, super weird. But yeah, that's where I got it from. So it says-
Consensus first team All American one time. So
That's what it
fact-checked
says.
it back
Okay.
for
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And like I said, I think it would say times two if it was the case, but I don't.
Yeah.
It just lists whether you made the team or not.
See, I'm between a few guys.
And not a national champion?
Not a national day. That's
No.
good. I didn't include it, so that's a good question. That's a good hint.
Thank
Not
you.
a national champion.
Oh, okay.
Carl's like, I had an
Well, that
answer. and now
immediately
I don't.
took away my guess. Like,
It took away one of mine too.
Okay.
Played from the years 2007,
Maybe I shouldn't have said
2008
that.
to 2010, 2011, I think is what.
2007,
Okay.
2008,
Wow.
to 2010.
Okay.
07-08 season to 2010,
Okay.
2011 season.
so he won it.
Maybe I shouldn't have said. Maybe I shouldn't have said that they were a national champion because you all eliminated people when I said that.
Oh yeah, Kemba gone immediately.
Give him a go.
That's
That
a
was
good.
literally-
That's
that
a
was
good
literally what
one.
I wrote down. I wrote down Kemba. I was like,
and
oh.
then got rid of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, I wish I had not said. Well, Carl, Alex asked, so I guess I should.
Yeah, I mean, it's you. You didn't put it in there, and since we did list off all of
Achievements.
this player's accomplishments in
I
college,
need to think. Oh,
it's got to go in there. Yeah.
let me think.
We have
Let me-
given you all
let me look
of
at
this
New York.
guy's stats and accomplishments.
Hey, let me,
Can I
let me
get
look
like
out the
2
window.
more minutes, please?
Yeah.
Thank
Look
you.
out the window and think about who played that in New York. Nobody. Andre
Who played at
Cabello.
St. Joe's? Like, you're like, hello, St. Joe's.
Carl, do you have an
Who played
answer
there?
already?
I do have an answer.
You're a
This
snake.
is terrifying. How did you do that?
This is terrifying. All right, for the sake of context, what I'll do is I'm going to read them one more time for the listeners, especially not YouTube people, and then we'll try to give answers after that. So,
Oh, no.
18.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists per game in 139 games played, 45, 39, 88 splits, 2007 to 11, consensus All-American, Wooden Award, Rupp Trophy, Naismith Award, Conference Player of the Year, and AP Player of the Year.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I'm literally drawing blanks right now. I literally wrote down right away 2 UConn guys, and then crossed them both out. So
That was a really good question, Alex. You actually screwed yourself kind of because the other people.
Well, I just wanted to make sure.
Seems like
That,
Carl
like-
has it. Like he's.
I
didn't
actually
just
would have
waste a
rather.
guess.
I would have
think
rather you
Volcom
not
collected.
asked. I said Kemba and got it wrong.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, that's my
is
bad.
Carl
Nah, I have no
first
answer.
on this, Josh? Who's up first on this anyway?
I think it would be Carl.
All right. Well, there you go. Good timing because I'm gonna go ahead and say that there are 10 seconds left. Cause
Oh, no,
I just want an answer. I feel like 2.5, 3 minutes is a good amount of time. Granted, it took me that long to read the question once, probably, but you know. I anticipate the next two not taking that long. Also, that's why I'm not too worried.
Okay.
The next two might not take as long. The bonus, we want to have plenty of time for the bonus, of course. Granted, you'll get 60 seconds. I don't know why I said that. You'll get 60 seconds of the bonus. So, whatever. All right. I am going to officially
Go ahead,
be the
yeah.
person that locks it
I
in.
don't care.
All right. Carl, I am ready for your answer.
All right. It's my favorite basketball player of all time. It's the reason the podcast is named what it is. I'm going Jimmer Fredette.
Okay. Ryan?
See, I know. I don't think he played till 11. If he did, then I'm gonna be pissed because I literally went to him and Steph were like for what I thought of right away, and I was like, let me just go down the list. I'm gonna be so upset if it's him. Oh my god, I'm so upset. I basically had no answer. I was literally writing down. I wrote Kemba, then I went to Shabazz, and then Trey Burke, and like Trey Burke played later. I wrote Trey Burke, but I have no answer basically. So
Steph was not a bad shot either. That's a good. That was a good thought process as well.
Yeah.
Alex?
actually, it's not bad.
I'm kicking myself because Jimmer was drafted in 2011. Jeez.
They would do this with your podcast name too.
See, here's the thing. I thought that 18.7 was too low. It felt too low after watching career highlights.
That's a good thought process.
It's career.
Feels too low.
I'll show you. I put Jameer Nelson, but I think I have the timeline wrong. Which
Alexa, when did Jameer Nelson play in college?
I'm 20, so like.
Alexa's not in this room.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jameer Nelson, that's your guess? I mean,
I just want to know when he played now. I'm just going, he's 40. That was way off. Okay. Oh my gosh. You can just say it's Jimmer Fredette now.
By the way, I just want to be clear. I knew this whenever you said it. Jameer Nelson played for the Magic during that time.
Yeah.
He was the guard for Dwight Howard.
Yeah. He was on the 2009 Magic team, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and say it's not Jameer Nelson. Really quick here, there's actually not multiple choice. I don't know why I'm saying this. The correct answer is Jimmer Fredette.
Let's go.
Well done, Karl. Fredette. I thought that this was hysterical, and I said, Ryan, I love the logic. You're like, would they do that? Absolutely would do that. To be fair, it's still a hard question, but I want to ask, not Alex, Karl, jeez. Karl, did you have any clue if it wasn't Jimmer? Would you have had you immediately got it? It seemed like you thought about it, and once it clicked, you got Jimmer. Would you have gotten anything else?
I was thinking of the best players around the time you said, and the only other one I could think of was Tyler Hansbrough, but he was gone before then. So
that's right.
Also averaged way more than 2.9 rebounds per game. Yeah.
That's a good clue.
Probably, yeah.
Not that anyone needs to know this, but current Shanghai Sharks star and player for TMT in the basketball tournament. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Drafted 10th overall by the Milwaukee Bucks. With those weird thing how the NBA tracks it, he wasn't actually drafted by Milwaukee. I think he was actually drafted by Sacramento.
I have his Shanghai Sharks jersey.
Nice.
Let's go.
I love how dedicated this is. This is great. I love it. All right, I thought that was a great question. I'm glad that we did it, even though. Josh, score update really quick.
We're now sitting at Karl 7, Alex 4, and Ryan 2.
Karl's a menace.
Can we cut out my answer from that last one? I don't want footage of me naming a 40-year-old for 2011 National Player
current
of the
40. He was 29 when he played on the Magic.
I know.
I will be honest.
Especially when the answer was Jimmer Fredette.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah,
it's a
Trey
bad
Burke overlapped by a year. I think I just checked. So I was like, at least
Did he really? Wow.
In
In my head, he's way later. That's crazy. Okay, that's
Yeah.
That's a good pull on Trey Burke. Honestly,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
So we think
Also,
that Jimmer is
I think he played
earlier
4 years.
because he left the league so soon when he should honestly still be playing in the NBA.
Yeah, that's
Facts.
fair.
Yeah.
All right, Josh,
don't know.
roll right ahead.
All right. So number 9, we've got another multiple choice question here, guys. Last multiple choice question of the quiz. What does this have to? You said speaking of the NBA draft. We didn't talk about it.
I
We just
mentioned
mentioned
that.
it.
I mentioned that Jimmer was drafted. I
Okay.
did that on purpose.
In the 2017 NBA draft, the ESPN broadcast first started showing fun facts about lottery picks in the classes that they had. It's when they first switched up the broadcast to show weird fun facts. One of the most fascinating ones was the fun fact list about Duke guard Luke Kennard. Which of these... Alex is already happy for this question. Which of these facts is not true about Luke Kennard?
Oh, no.
Which of these is not true? A, 2-time Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio. B, switched shooting hands from left to right his freshman year of high school. C, scored more points in high school than LeBron James. Or D, knows every word from the movie Frozen. I'll give you the answer choices again. A, 2-time Mr. Basketball in Ohio. B, switched shooting hands from right to left his freshman year of high school. C, scored more points in high school than LeBron James. Or D, knows every word from the movie Frozen. Which is not true about Luke Kennard?
You said left to right or right to left? Sorry.
Right to left.
Switched to right to left in high
Right
school.
to well,
Freshman
okay.
year of high school.
I was like, did he switch back after that? Or did he...
So you can thank my Snapchat memories for this because that was famously the Lonzo Ball draft, and I'm a diehard Lakers fan. So I documented way too many things of that draft when I didn't do media back then. So I was like, oh, cool, that's really weird, Luke Kennard. I took a picture of it immediately, and guess what? It popped up 3 days ago on my memory feed. So,
well, Trevor asked me this one, and I knew the answer.
So wait, on the draft,
Wait.
there were 3 facts. Like there were 3 of these. What you saying? Okay.
Wait.
one of them's not true. Yeah.
Can you run them back, please?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
A, 2-time Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio. B, switched shooting hands from right to left his freshman year of high school. C, scored more points in high school than LeBron James. Or D, knows every word from the movie Frozen.
I mean, okay.
He said, I mean tells me so many things. I mean, you're like, I don't even know what to say. That's my what do I say answer. All right.
Okay.
Any, like, I guess this is a multiple choice. I'm not asking for thought process out loud. I'm asking for an answer very soon because I feel like it's just a matter of which one you think it is. So I see the Karl light bulb, like the Karl gears turning. Like I can really see him thinking. They're thinking hard. This is good.
I think this is all a charade. I think he knows the answer. He's been doing this the entire time. And he's winning.
You wrote it down an hour ago.
Oh no!
Yeah, I definitely DM'd him the answer.
I don't
for
have
this
anything
one.
yet.
No.
8, just
I couldn't
to
see the
document
paper.
for
Hold on.
everybody at home,
Like
there have
right
been
now.
8 questions, and Karl has gotten 6 out of 8 correct
That's
up to this point. in the quiz.
Ridiculous.
And a
Jeez.
bonus point too.
And he got a bonus point, puts him at
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
crazy. My mom's texting.
Mom, I'm losing trivia right now.
Yeah, I gotta text her. It's not going well.
Does Luke Kennard know how to... Okay.
Yeah, Google, Mom, can you Google Luke Kennard
Yeah,
facts
you
right
Google this
now?
real quick.
I put it in an NBA tampering investigation into how he got that right.
Oh yeah.
So we have answers in?
I think we
Multiple
should.
question? Everybody locked?
I think we should.
If you
Yeah.
don't, 10 more seconds, write something down.
All right. I got it.
Carl's like, all right.
Whoa.
All right.
He's the
all right.
champion
Get
over here.
impressed. Get impressed.
Yeah, the
Okay.
first place guy over here is like, give me plenty of time.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I think
You're
we're
good.
locked in.
we're locked in.
Ryan, I think you were up first.
Yeah.
So I noticed there were 3 high school basketball things in there and Frozen.
Yep.
If it like the Frozen thing, I put to the side for a second. So I think A and C seem very, very like want to go hand in hand. So I'm like, I thought about A, but eliminated it because if you have A, you could have C. If you have C, you could have A, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So I went with B
good thought
because
process.
like I don't see. I just don't like why does he need to change hands? He doesn't become more valuable as lefty shoot. I guess maybe he thinks he does, and maybe he does. But the Frozen thing, if that's the answer, then you got us. But I'm gonna say it's B to the hand thing, left to right hand. And I think Josh, I thought you said at first left to right hand. That's why I was like, I think you said left to right at first. So I was like, I'm
I
gonna go with that
didn't. I was very careful on what I said, but yeah.
I cannot hear then, but I just whatever. I went with B.
Go ahead, Alex.
I also went with B after, and I was going through my mind of like random Duke facts I know, and I knew he was at least Player of the Year in Ohio once, and I was like, maybe he got snubbed by like another recruit, and like, but I rolled with B because I think there was an article saying like he throws with his right hand, but like freshman year was really specific, and like if you're really gonna make that change, I feel like you make it like in middle school. You know, like you're still growing, you can grow into the jumper. I rolled with B.
Okay.
All right. Carl?
So I actually had the same logic as Ryan, where if one of A and C would have to be true, and if A is true, I feel like C has to be true. If C is true, A has to be true, I think. So I went B because I refuse to believe that he became as good a shooter as he did, switching hands in high school.
Never know.
But if you guys came up with the Frozen thing, hats off to you.
That's
'cause-
exactly right. I'm like,
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know C
I did.
immediately was true because I remember being so disappointed his freshman year when like that was all ESPN or anyone talked about leading up to the season, and he comes in and averages like 7 a game on like 34% shooting.
It's true.
I mean, then he had an awesome then he should have been ACC Player of the Year and or no, maybe not. Justin Jackson was there into that. But
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
All right, Josh. Go right ahead.
All right, so they all got it right. Yeah, it's he did not switch hands. He does know every word to the movie Frozen, which
That's so impressive.
yeah.
I will take that picture and I will tweet it the moment this episode
Luke
goes
Kennard,
live.
more power
It
to
is-
you, dude,
It is worth
but,
watching or looking at.
I will say, I believe Steph Curry famously changed his shooting touch his freshman year of high school. He didn't switch hands, but he changed his entire shooting form his freshman year of high school.
Alex said,
I knew I was right. He was the star high school quarterback, and he's a righty. He throws righty, but he shoots lefty.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm glad I
I
didn't
would
throw
have
the
known that. It
high
would have made me.
Oh.
It would have made me say that is true because he's like ambidextrous, maybe. So then he could do both, and then he changed.
Oh,
That would have
see?
made me. If I knew that, I would've
Josh,
known.
we should have switched them up. It was hard though because coming up with the last one had to be really hard, and I thought the Frozen one was so odd that you guys were gonna be like, "It's got to be."
That's why
Frozen.
B threw me off.
Yeah.
I had to think about it.
Okay, I
You
feel
did
good
well.
about that.
You did well.
Josh, I was really skeptical of that one. I knew they probably would get it, but I didn't know how obscure you needed B to B to kind of B to B.
Yeah.
I didn't know how obscure.
I mean,
to
it was
make it
good.
against
They,
Frozen.
They all connected A to C, and I think that helped them
That
get
did.
there. And they thought
The Frozen thing was
that
just a
Frozen
decoy.
was too bizarre for us to make up, and it absolutely was.
Hey,
So
he's a Duke
they
kid.
got
He's
that.
smart.
Yeah.
You know, he's a smart Duke kid.
Well,
I mean, memorization skill. All right, guys.
I mean, my
take it
first
easy.
thought was like, when did Frozen come out? When was he drafted?
He's 2017. He's younger than you think.
Frozen
Yeah.
was 2013.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know why I know that.
Alex also knows every word to the movie Frozen, I guess.
I did at one point, yes.
All
Let
right.
It Go was definitely on the pregame playlist.
There you go. I imagine
All right.
it probably still is for Luke Kennard if it doesn't feel better.
It has to be.
Yeah. It's gotta be.
All right, let's roll right into question number 10 so we can get plenty of time for the bonus round because I have a feeling that one's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh.
This supposedly is the hardest question. I don't know why I'm prefacing that to make us look worse, but here we go. Question 10: Who was the last player to win the Wooden Award the same year his team also won the national title? No multiple choice. The last guy to win the Wooden Award the same year
Oh, okay.
that his team also won the national title. That is the first time I've seen Ryan write it that quickly. That's
I
really
gotta
good.
get it
I
back.
think I know
Good.
that's why.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so two of you are confident, all right?
What? Oh man.
And then the champion here so far is not confident.
I gotta
Now I
think
know.
back.
Now I know I'm wrong. I'm
Good
definitely
wrinkle.
wrong. Yeah.
Good wrinkle here. This is good.
This is actually a 5-point question, Karl. So
Yeah, so score update. Well, they actually look like. Are you guys all locked in already?
Yeah, let's
Or-
lock it in. Don't worry about the score. We'll do score at the
Wait,
end
I'm
of the
not. I'm
final
not.
question.
Hang on. I don't know.
Carl's not. Okay.
We'll
No,
do a
just
score
give me-
update. We'll do a score update
I'll
after
take my full
this
time.
one.
I got to think about past national champions.
So score update while Carl's thinking. Carl in the lead with 8, Alex with 5, and Ryan with 3. So
Respectable totals.
yeah.
8, 5, 3. At this point, Carl has a very good chance of passing
Yeah.
Nick through this bonus round.
I also have to throw a fun fact out there. Our average runtime when Ryan's on is like an hour and 28 minutes. So this is good.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I thought we're on question 10. I could care less. No, I looked over at my timer that I forgot to look at for the last 20 minutes, and I went, oh, boy.
Oh,
It was
geez.
definitely like that last time too. Yeah.
No, well, it was also, again, thanks for correcting me, the draft. So it was a lot of, it was a lot,
sure.
58 picks to talk through and undrafted guys.
That's true. It
So
was after. Yeah.
I'm really sad that I didn't post the Josh Minot rant. I thought that was really good. So,
Hey, and then he started playing out. And
he looked, yeah, I will
There you go.
say, the moment I saw him show out in Summer League, I immediately went, God, he was onto something. And I
All right,
should've-
I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
All right,
Alright,
there we
let's
go.
go.
All right, well, where am I at, Josh? Who's the final person to go live?
I think it's me.
It's back to
I
Alex.
think it is.
first
All right, go right ahead.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay,
Jalen Brunson.
Carl.
Okay,
Carl looks
that's
mad.
that's probably correct. I put Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Okay.
Ryan. Jalen Brunson.
Brunson.
All right. The correct answer is Jalen Brunson, 2018 national champion with Villanova, averaged 19 points per game and 4.8 assists per game. There was a quote out there. Jay Wright basically had to defend him because people were saying he wasn't like this crazy standout scorer / best player or whatever, but yet he was just the best player for their team and their system, and he did get enough votes to win the National Player of the Year. So, or the Wooden Award, I guess. It would be.
Credit
So,
to Carl.
Carl. Yep.
If Jalen Brunson had not done that, it would have been Anthony Davis who was
Oh.
next. in
It would have been.
2012.
It would have been Kentucky.
Man.
Oh
It
my
would have been
gosh.
Kentucky in that sense. Does anyone know, just for
Kentucky.
fun?
Go Kentucky.
So Brunson, Davis, who was the last person before those two to win National Player of the Year and the title in the same season? Does anyone know?
No points.
No
Can I-
points. Just for fun.
The first one that came to mind, although I don't know if he won it, Joakim Noah in either 06 or 07.
Interesting.
That's 2 shots at it though, because Florida did win back to back. That's a
True.
good pull.
Um,
Forget
Jay-
that Florida team was. Nasty.
Jay Williams is a random guess.
Okay, that's a good guess.
Oh,
I
Carl.
will say it was before both of those guys.
Okay,
Before
Carl-
Jay, wow.
Carl got a little help there. Go ahead, Carl.
There was a gap.
It was a
So
very
Leitner?
large gap.
It's Christian Leitner, 1992. Yeah.
He is
Carl
a
potentially could have
loser.
gotten it.
Was Battier not National Player of the Year in 01? Duke won in 01.
That's a good pull.
And actually,
Battier.
Jay Williams was awarded like USA Today National Player of the Year too in 2001.
Well, this was Wooden. I think I misspoke,
Oh,
and I think
then
I said
yeah.
national.
I could be
It's
wrong.
Wooden.
I could have just missed the Battier one. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, just double check that.
They have like so many awards. It's so stupid. They have like Wooden, Naismith, this, that. I'm like, just pick one, and
Trying
it
to keep
differs
up
only
is-
sometimes.
Yeah, trying to
Okay.
keep up.
So,
is
no,
fine.
I'm wrong. Alex is right. It was Shane Battier, 2001.
No.
That's a good pull.
Hey.
No points. No points.
Sorry.
All right, Josh.
I needed to know that one.
Yeah.
no, I had no
All right,
idea.
Josh. Score update before we roll right into the bonus round.
So Karl leads with 8 heading in the bonus round. Alex is at 6, very much within striking distance of Karl to win.
Coming
And
for you.
Ryan at 4. Ryan, you could definitely beat these guys by 4. Like going into this, I will say there are more than 4 possible answers.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a 30 answer thing. Oh, this is good. Okay,
You know what, Trevor?
go ahead.
Did you want to tell them how many? I said no, but I don't feel bad if we tell them how many.
Don't tell us.
Dang.
Don't tell.
Not
Okay.
for-
No, I just
There
thought it
is-
was gonna be
nope.
like name every national.
Nope.
There is enough for anybody to win.
We
There
can't.
is.
We can't name every national champion. That's
No.
please.
So while I read the question, go ahead and put pins down. Trevor got upset at me last time because I let people start writing before I finish asking the
All right,
question.
hold it.
Yeah, hold it up.
Yeah.
There you go. This is nice. Thank you.
All right. And Trevor, are you timing? Get the timer.
I'll start a time. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'll start a
Because
timer.
I'll tell you when to start it, so go ahead and get it ready, and I'll be
Yep.
reading the question. All right. So in the bonus round, you will have 60 seconds to name as many possible correct answers as you can. Each one is worth 1 point for the game. In college basketball history, name as many Power 6 schools, so the Power 6 conferences of ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, SEC, and the Big East. So current members of Power 6 conferences who have never appeared in the Final Four in their school's history. So you're going to write down as many as you can for schools in the Power 6 conferences who have never made the Final Four in their school's
Stop
history.
writing, Carl. Jeez, this is our timer.
Yeah, Carl, come on, dude.
Oh, okay.
Start
okay,
the timer, go ahead, and
Begin. I've started the timer. I'll give you a 30-second update as well, just to be
Can I
fair.
do abbreviations?
yes.
If you can. Yeah, if it's like, I know UNC's not an answer. If it's UNC, then you could write UNC instead of the University of North Carolina.
Trevor, I'm going to be honest with you. There's some of these on here that are kind of shocking to me. There's a couple that kind of. There's like 2 or 3 that really hit me in the face that I'm like, wow.
So
If we get one wrong, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna
No,
write
it does not
every
matter.
team.
I
I'm not
don't-
writing every team.
I
write
don't
as
know
many
that
as you
this-
can. Keep rolling. Write as many as you can. If you think it's wrong, right, whatever, you have a better chance of getting it if you write it down.
I don't know that
35
this
seconds.
matters. I have a
25
question.
seconds left. Go ahead. 40
If-
seconds left.
If somebody had one vacated, what does that mean?
I counted
doesn't
it for
matter.
vacated.
We'll count
I
it.
counted it for
Okay.
vacated. They
Louisville
did
counts.
it. They
Louisville
made it.
counts.
Yeah. They made it, so I counted it. Yeah. You have 10 seconds. That's a good question, by the way. I should.
10
Keep
seconds.
writing, keep writing.
Yeah. 10 seconds. I did count. There was a vacated one that I originally put on the list and then vacated it, and then so there is one that I did take off. So that is it. Final.
Oh,
Pins
God.
down.
Yeah.
I did not get as many as I
Everybody
thought I
pins
was gonna
down?
get.
All right.
Carl, I
So
don't see
really
your
quick.
pen.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
wait.
Josh. By
Put
the
up
way,
pins.
thank you.
Put 'em up
You can
here.
put them. You can put them wherever. It's fine. Thank you, Josh, for the mini
not-
compliment. I spent like an hour and a half physically writing, googling ACC schools, and then on a separate screen going through. Did Louisville make a Final Four? Did Notre Dame make a Final Four? Did Boston College make a Final? I literally made sure these were right because I didn't want any like
Through
live
every school
discrepancies.
currently in the
I didn't
Power
even
6.
get to like 2 of the conferences. Ugh.
All right. Well, Josh, go right ahead. We have them by conference. So honestly, do you just want to? Oh, let's do it like last week, Josh, where we just go. If
they
wrote it
each
down.
give an answer, and we'll see
Yeah,
if the other guys
just
have.
roll.
Okay, so we'll start at the front. Alex, give us what the first team on your list is, and we'll double check it with the other guys, see if they have it written down.
Clemson.
So Alex has got Clemson written down.
Clemson's
Clemson is correct. Carl and Ryan, do you have Clemson written down?
I do have
Show us.
Clemson.
Nope.
Okay.
No. All right. So
I
1
do.
point each.
I have
to-
Clemson.
Yeah, I got you, Carl.
Yeah.
1
All
point each to Alex and Carl. All right, Carl, give us the next team on your list.
Missouri.
Carl has.
I can keep an eye on it,
Missouri.
Josh, if you want, if it's easier
Yeah.
for you.
It looks like Missouri has made a Final Four. Trevor, can you not see
That is
them on the
correct.
list there?
Yep, that is correct. They have made a Final Four.
Didn't know that.
Do you have the year?
I do not know. We're just gonna just roll.
So can we fact check that because okay,
I spent 2 hours on this.
you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I've studied 2 lists before the show. One of them was all-time points leaders NCAA. The other one, I called my shot, was most NCAA tournament appearances without a Final Four, and I know for a fact Missouri was very high on the list.
Missouri doesn't have a Final Four appearance.
I just
Yeah,
looked it
Trevor,
up. Yeah.
you're wrong. Missouri
National
does not have-
champion. Wait, what? What do you mean? They do not. That's what
No.
these are not. Yeah. My list is
Missouri
correct.
wasn't on your list. Yeah.
Oh,
But it wasn't
I'm
on the
sorry.
list you
Okay.
gave me.
Okay, so that's good. We're good. That's we can fact check the ones that are wrong or right. Yeah, that's good. Sorry. Yeah, I did not. I thought I must have slipped one or two because when you're looking at those lists for
Okay,
2 hours.
sorry, not to be a stickler.
No, that's. Thank you for correcting
I wrote
that. 'cause
it also, so it's okay. I got one.
Yeah, the SEC had the most, so I'm honestly I'm
Okay,
glad
so
I missed
Karl
one
has
there.
it. Who else had Missouri?
I wrote Mizzou, yeah.
Okay.
Ryan had
I did
Missouri.
not.
You said
Alex,
it, and then
no.
they said no, and I was like, oh.
No, that's a good clarity point.
I chose them to win a
SEC
national
had a lot.
title in like when they were a 2 seed. They lost in the first round, and I was a young lad, so I'll never forget that. And I don't forgive them.
All right, we'll head to Ryan. Ryan, give us the
I
next
have a
team
bunch.
on your list.
Penn State.
Well, that's a good one. I think they've made one.
Nope.
I have no idea. Penn State? No.
Penn State's not correct.
Oh, shame. See, like what? Penn
Double
State.
check for the year for you guys. 1954.
I'll do the year.
Lions.
For your scorekeeping sake, I'll do
Okay.
the year. So.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Penn State Nittany Lions appeared in 1954.
Did they lose to LaSalle?
I'm not looking that
I
up.
don't know.
It was a PA
Someone look it
Final
up and
Four.
send it to us. If you
Is
made it this
there-
far, you deserve that.
Is there a penalty if we wrote one that isn't correct?
No, there's
No,
not.
no.
Okay, okay.
Just write as many.
I feel a
earlier
little
as
better now.
Okay. Back to Alex. Give us who you got next.
Virginia Tech.
Batek is correct.
Tech. That is correct. Virginia Tech did not make it.
I'm
Alex
also
got
marking
that.
them off.
Carl and Ryan, did you guys have Virginia Tech?
Yep.
Looks like they both had Virginia Tech. All right.
Shame.
All right.
All right. Back around to Carl.
Okay, I went Tennessee.
Tennessee. Tennessee is correct. They have not made a Final Four,
Damn,
which
really?
shocked me.
That's one of the big ones.
Yeah.
That is probably the biggest one.
So I'm
no
guessing
idea.
Ryan didn't get that one. Alex,
No,
did you have
I-
Tennessee?
No, I didn't get Tennessee.
Okay.
I didn't get to
Lot
an
of-
SEC school.
I barely got the SEC. I got to like the first like 5,
Oh.
6 teams.
Elite Eight multiple times, and semi recently they have a lot of NBA players, but they have
Yeah,
not,
it's-
which is very, very weird.
Flamed out.
That's a good point. I always just assumed that they kind of made one.
All right, who's
All
up,
right,
Josh?
Back
Keep
around to
rolling.
Ryan. Next one. on the list.
Right.
I wrote so I think that they got in there, but at some point like in the 50s, I wrote Oregon State.
Unfortunately, that's not correct.
Yeah, I
Oregon
think when
State, they
Oregon
did.
won a national title, like Oregon State was good at it back then. I was like, this is-
They did. It was like I can look it up. I forgot I was supposed to be looking that up.
Yeah, go ahead and double check the year so we can tell everyone. We'll
Once
hop
you guys-
back around to Alex.
once you guys said just write them down anyway, I was like, I'm just gonna write it down. Doesn't matter.
The Beavers have advanced to the Final Four twice, 1949 and 1963. Their most recent tournament appearance was
Very recent.
2021, where they advanced to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
All
Not
right,
before
Alex.
the expansion doesn't count.
Next team up.
Northwestern.
That one I know is correct.
Yeah, that was-
absolutely.
We all wrote it. We all wrote that one.
For context, I'm pretty sure they've made the tournament once, and
They
I
have.
think that was
Ryan
2017.
Ryan McIntosh, the legend.
And very famous meme coming out of that one.
That was the 80s son. That's what made it better.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
he's now. It's Jim Phillips' son, the ACC commissioner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
That's fascinating, actually. Like
That is kinda wild.
That's yeah.
All right, let's roll. Here we go.
Carl.
Boston College.
Correct. Boston College is correct.
Correct.
Good pull
Boston
there.
College.
It's a lot more
I did
fluid.
not have Boston College.
I had BC. I was like, there's no way, right?
So we all had BC. It looks like.
I did terrible.
No,
on this.
Alex did not have. BC.
I did not. No.
Okay, so
Keep rolling.
back
We're
to
good.
Ryan.
See, this is another one that if I get this wrong, it's gonna be bad. I wrote Rutgers.
That is incorrect.
When did they make a Final Four?
Go
I'm
look
gonna
us
look
up
it
the
up
year,
right
Trevor.
now. Yep.
The Rutgers used to be really good at sports.
They did.
Yeah, to be fair.
Rutgers, excuse me. Final Four appearances was in 19, and it did not pop up when I clicked on it. Okay, hold on.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
One
Everyone,
second.
all Rutgers fans here at least claim that if they didn't, they should have beat Houston, which they got lucky to be in the game. And if they would have beaten Houston, they would have went to the Final Four. I was like, sure.
I picked them to beat whoever they beat before Houston, and I was very proud of that. Final Four was 1976.
Good for the Scarlets.
Who coached them to it in '76?
Josh,
Well, do you not understand why I'm asking that question? Do you
No,
know
I
where
can't
Jim
find it fast
Valvano started his coaching career? Trevor?
Oh, I didn't realize it was that.
Maybe it was
I didn't
him.
realize it
Is
was
at
that
Rutgers?
close
Is
to
where
it.
he started.
I didn't realize it was that close. I knew he was there, but I thought it was further back. Like
Okay.
I thought he built his career up from there.
Probably wasn't Valvano. I think he might have just only been the freshman coach there. But
Either way, still a cool fact if it is.
back up to Alex.
DePaul.
That is
Oh my gosh, have they made one?
There's no way.
that is incorrect.
Not
Wow.
listed.
I need to
I'm
write it
wondering
down.
if Trevor remembered DePaul.
DePaul, I did the Big East, correct? Right?
Yeah.
DePaul is they have made a couple, I think, in the past.
I didn't write that, but I
1943
thought
and
that was correct.
1979.
42.
Shouldn't count.
DePaul.
Yep.
I didn't even write the ball down. I just thought they were right.
Should
Yeah.
not count.
They've made the tournament a bunch more than most teams, 18 times. So I mean, they've been in and they've
Fair
made
enough.
it
Gosh,
twice.
darn it. Not
Twice.
the Blue Demons.
Yep. Cool logo, by the way. The new updated one looks sick.
Okay, back
Relatively
around
new.
to Karl.
Okay, so this tournament, they said it was their first ever Elite Eight appearance. So that means they couldn't have made the Final Four. I'm going Miami, Florida.
Yep.
That is true.
It's a great
I
pool.
had no
Miami.
idea.
Yeah, that's a great pool.
Alex, did you have Miami?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Right.
a couple. So Karl and Alex both in Miami. Ryan,
Ryan's,
no?
Ryan's
no,
double
man.
checking if St. Joseph's still out there. Or St. John's, sorry. St. Joseph's, whatever, man. All of the
right.
Saints.
Sliding back down
All
to
the
Ryan.
Saints.
job
As you can
keeping
see,
score.
I did get through the Pac-12. I wrote Utah. I don't know if Utah.
Utah won the national title in
Utah.
1944.
They
In
did.
what year? In what year?
1944.
I'm quitting now.
I'm not even looking it up because he's right. I did the research. He's right. They won in 1944. It was, yeah.
All I know is Jakob Pertl. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Noted national champion.
Utah has a national champion, more than most teams can say, which is scary to say out loud. Utah,
point.
yes. Utah.
Have they
has
made a
the
Final
national-
Four since ever other than that or no?
Probably not.
That's a great question.
No, you don't have to look it up. I'm just like,
I'm looking it up.
then I'll be proud about the answer. Cause
They've
I'm
made
thinking about it.
4 of them.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
good for them.
Look at the Utes.
44. You got that right. 44 right on. 1961, 66, and 98.
98.
98. Wow.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, fair enough. Go Utes.
Slide back up to Alex.
Cross that one out.
Florida State.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
And I'll double check. The year they made it was.
Look at the Seminoles.
Yep, they've made it more than. Just kidding. They made it 1972. More than I think I remember.
National
But I guess-
runner-up that year.
Oh,
Yep.
they lost to Bill Walton.
I'm gonna say yes. I don't know, but I'm
just gonna
assuming
say
you're
you're
right.
I know
right.
they lost to UCLA. I just didn't know if it was like a
No, that would be-
Dawson-Door team or a Bill Walton team.
That would be Bill.
It'll be Bill, right?
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
his senior year. Yeah. Oh wow, good pull, man.
All right, back over to Karl.
I'm sure Alex will pull that this team won a national title in like the 50s, but did Cal Berkeley ever make a Final Four?
They won in 1959.
I said the 50s too, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, this is
Cal
fantastic.
Berkeley is incorrect. As sad as that is, it's incorrect. Jaylen Brown. No, I'm just kidding. Just start pulling players we know. Oh man, I honestly I don't even want to look it up. That was
Alright.
too funny.
Sliding back to Ryan again.
Bro, that's the first one you've gotten wrong. You
So
can-
I know, but just the
Alex
fact
is gonna
that you
keep
knew
doing
that.
it. He's gonna keep doing it. I did write down half the Pac-12. I wrote Wazoo, Washington State.
I think they've made one. I don't
Alex,
know
no,
if they've won. They haven't won one. They haven't won one. They haven't won it. I know that.
Washington State is incorrect.
Ah,
Yeah.
I just can't believe that Washington State has.
So really quick,
made it.
what year?
19.
Go ahead,
You
Josh.
want
No,
me to-
you. No, you got it.
41.
that's
job.
not real. No, that's World War II. No way.
Wisconsin.
Outside of 41, they have never made it past the Sweet 16.
Alex, really quick. What year did you say for Cal Berkeley? Because I was too curious and I had to look
1959.
it up. It was right.
Oh, he knows he's right. Like,
I
he's
believe
got
him.
him
Yeah.
down.
Oh god.
All right, and speaking of Alex, we're back to you for another guess.
Just pick. Give me. Let's go Iowa State. That's one I had on.
It's so many. That's good. Okay. Iowa State is correct.
Okay.
Finally we got something. Oh my god.
You didn't have Iowa State written down. Oh, did you just double check it, Trevor? Because you also didn't have that written down.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. Iowa State it's Iowa State's wrong. I'm sorry.
wow.
Yeah, I had it wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah. Iowa State made it in
1944.
44.
This does not count.
Dang.
Counts to somebody.
Mickey Mouse Championship.
1944?
Is anybody okay? So
Gosh.
just for an update, how many
Losing to Utah.
teams that we haven't checked do you guys have left on your?
I only have 2.
I have 4.
I have 5.
Okay, for the form.
read
Yeah,
it.
we're running up
Ryan,
on time, Josh.
Ryan, you
Alright.
have how many? left?
I have 2 left. That's it.
Okay.
For the sake
Let's just have Alex. You have the most left, so I'm going to have you
Fire
read
away.
off your questions and just hope they appear on Karl and Ryan's
You
list.
want me to just do all 5, right? Like just
Yeah.
Just one at a time, but yeah.
Okay. Colorado. I think they've made one.
Colorado's incorrect.
Yeah. Arizona State,
Correct.
Wake
Arizona
Forest.
State has not made one.
Wake Forest is incorrect.
Yep. Iowa. I think they made one, but I'm not
Iowa
sure.
is incorrect.
And then Kansas State.
Kansas State is incorrect.
Yeah.
All right. Did Karl or Ryan, either of you have Arizona State?
I had Arizona
did.
State. That's the only one I had on there.
Yeah, I had Arizona State.
Okay. They both had Arizona State.
Nice. Mark them both down. Yep. What was
All
the
right.
next one?
Karl, do you have any of the ones that weren't things that Alex just said?
Yeah, I have 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I had I guess I did have 5 because I had Kansas State, but that's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The other 3 I had were Alabama,
Correct.
Vanderbilt,
Correct as well.
Texas A&M.
Correct as well.
Well done, Karl.
Thank you.
That was. I think we should do that next time, Josh, because looking up the years was pointless. Carl just had all the right answers.
Well, this was the one thing I studied going into
Oh,
this. So.
I know. What are the odds of that? You said that earlier. What are the
See?
odds of that, man? God,
Ryan,
bless.
did you have any?
I wrote
Teams left.
down, take a wild guess at who I wrote. Another Pac-12 score. I wrote Washington. I'm pretty sure Washington has made a couple, actually.
Washington
They have.
has made one. The only school in the Pac-12 to have not made one was Arizona State.
We're gonna read them
I
all
wrote
in
down
just
the
a second.
entire Pac-12, so it's relevant.
And that was it. One more you had?
No, it was Arizona.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Okay. All right, really fast. I'll run them through if we didn't catch any.
Yeah,
Boston
I'm sorry,
College.
The final scores.
Got BC.
Boston
Us-
College in the ACC. I'll stop after each one. Boston College, ACC, Clemson, Miami, and Virginia Tech. I believe we got all 4 of those correct, boys. Yep.
I mean, I didn't get Boston College.
As a group, I think we've
Yeah,
got
as
all
a group.
those. All right. In the Big Ten, you had Nebraska. That was a big miss.
We're so
yeah.
dumb.
Cornhuskers.
They've
We're
been
so
bad
stupid.
for a long time. They have been the bottom of the Big Ten for a long time. Northwestern was the other one in the Big Ten. Great pool. They're, by the way,
Painful.
long history, of course, but like there was very few from these conferences. Like I was really surprised. There were 15 total answers. Big 12 is the only team in the Big 12. Can anybody tell me?
Texas. I have no idea.
You were in the right state, to be fair.
TCU. Yeah.
TCU, correct. Correct. The Horned Frogs.
Horned
That's
Frogs.
one of the
I
coolest
thought about
names.
this
Mike
too.
Miles will
college.
get him there. No, I'm buying it.
All
Give me
right.
all the Horned Frog stock.
I'm out, dude.
That
Not
was the
that
Horned
far.
Frogs.
Not that far, maybe. All right, really fast. Pac-12, we said Arizona State was the last one. That is correct. SEC was Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Alabama, Texas A&M, and the only one y'all didn't get, Ole Miss, because again, they're the Northwestern of the SEC.
That's
been good at everything else.
You mean the
basketball.
College World Series champions? Ole Miss?
Good
Rebels?
basketball wise? Sorry,
I don't know
basketball
whether to
wise.
be insulted by that comparison.
Basketball wise, basketball wise.
I feel like Ole Miss should be insulted by that comparison.
Yeah.
They're better at more sports than Northwestern is.
Again,
point.
basketball comparison. Nebraska and Ole Miss, basketball comparison wise. All right, Big East. I'm really sad that neither of you got these. Honestly,
I didn't get to the Big East at all.
Yeah, me neither.
right. We threw that one in there because Big Six. I was like, oh, this is.
I know. I
Yeah.
just I was
Yeah.
going to the conference. Never got.
I also thought there was more in the Big East than there was, and it's not right. Creighton is the first one. and then-
Really?
I knew this.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
all over Twitter like, oh, this
Yes.
is the team to get them to the Final Four.
Yep.
And it is.
He said.
I bought the ticket.
All right, and then Xavier. That one really
Oh,
blew my
stunned me.
mind. Xavier.
I got the Elite Eight
Really?
like 5 years ago. 6
Yeah.
years ago. Maybe they're
Oh.
like
Been the
Carl,
three
remember?
Elite
That's
Eights.
crazy.
Wait,
04,
yeah.
08, 2017, lost all of them.
That is
Xavier.
actually.
They're
and as
one of the
one
like
seed.
most appearances without one.
Yep.
Wow.
Tennessee is number one in that category, which is why Xavier does kind of surprise me because they got Who is their head coach now? That just the alma mater. Someone they just got
Miller.
somebody back, didn't they?
Sean,
Miller.
No,
Yeah,
the
Sean
other
Miller.
Miller.
Yeah, they got
Archie
Sean
Miller
Miller
or Sean
back.
Miller?
Sean Miller.
John Miller. Yeah, so they're showing signs of promise, and they might make a run. Whatever.
Xavier, 28 NCAA tournament appearances.
A lot.
No
To be
final
fair, I picked them as a dark horse last year. So let's just be upfront.
They didn't make
each
the
other here.
tournament.
They did not. All right, that was a great pull from some of you. Some of those were unbelievable pulls. Wow. Yeah. Honestly, I'm
you
disappointed
wanna-
by the Creighton. Yeah, go ahead,
Final
Justin.
score
Let's give us a
tally?
score update. Yep.
All right.
Well, we got
So,
killed.
coming in from third to first. So, third place, Ryan, 9 points. A very
Oh, wow.
good, very respectable 9 points.
Thank you.
Alex coming in at second with 11 points.
All right.
One
Ooh.
back of the previous leader, Nick. And Karl
Alex,
wins the
16.
game with 19 points.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
Scoring 7 in the bonus
All
round.
right.
Oh my goodness!
Plug him through.
Wow!
So
Gosh.
Josh? Who wants to be the one
Bravo.
that sends Nick the DM that says he's not coming back on for a for a tiebreaker? Because Nick was like, somebody might tie me. Like Karl,
gosh.
I don't think anybody. I hate to be this early, but 19's kind of ridiculous. To be fair, there's 10 questions.
It's true.
That's
And we have to be fair.
11
Every
11
format's been
questions.
10 questions. Yeah, that's fair. 10 plus the bonus. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But all right.
Oh, wait. So it's. Like, Karl had 8 before the bonus round, so he
15.
total 11
Oh,
bonus
11?
round points.
11
he got
bonus
11
round
of the 15 scores.
Oh,
Tony,
my
this
gosh.
was the only thing I studied.
I think
I'm
look,
really
if
wishing
he,
we did the national champions.
I'm
No.
really glad I didn't overpromise for saying if somebody got
Oh.
all 15 answers correct for this. Because
Yeah,
Karl
so-
came
That was
shockingly
really close.
If you guys did national champions, Alex would have scored 100.
He would have
points.
just obliterated us, yeah.
Yeah, he would have. All right, let's wrap this up here really quick. You guys can follow both these guys, all of these guys. I keep forgetting there's 3 of you. At Jim Arrange on Twitter, and then at Ryan Hammer on Twitter, at Ryan Hammer 09. I remember that. And then all the rest of the socials that I'm not going to have time to list right now are going to be below. If you have a chance, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We appreciate all the support, as well as, again, if you're listening on this on Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever the case may be, please come over to YouTube, subscribe, and watch it on YouTube. It'll be a lot funnier. You'll see a lot of the answers on the screen. It'll be interactive. It'll be fun. Josh, officially, that was probably the most fun one trivia we've ever done. That couldn't have been topped.
It was honestly incredible.
Close us out.
A Hall of Fame performance for the ages for Karl. Because
From
I know
everybody, to be fair.
well, but I'm just going to put it out there. I think Karl won. We've got a lot more of these for the summer, but no one's going to hit 19.
I had that comment ready to be said as well. I
It's
was
just
very
not
close.
going to happen. So
Crazy.
congratulations to you.
So,
This has been the Two Pointers Podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm shocked.
And we'll see you all next week.